Welcome everyone to Twitch Slays D&D. I'm your dungeon master this evening, and let's get into some announcements. There aren't any. Wow, would you look at that?
No giveaway.
Nothing tonight. Ran out of the stuff from Gen Con.
No dice.
No dice tonight. All right. However,
We can give away some of Damien's.
No.
He does have a lot of dice.
You have too many.
So
What do you mean? Gianna has a lot of dice. You're trying to give hers away.
My
Well-
dice.
okay. All right.
Pretty good.
I'm not even a dice goblin. I have one set as the dungeon master. That's
All you
that's
need.
it.
That's all you need.
You're right. All right, guys. Well, also, previously on Twitch Slays D&D, we had two new members of the party join us. We had Blue and Todig.
Woo!
That's right. We're in, ready to party.
We met them last week just outside of the magnificent Marcello's shop. Shortly after, the party decided to, fake Alistair's death, in which they had a death occur in the middle of the slums of a lower inside of town. Then they went and replaced the body at the morgue. So they took Blaxton's body, then the man with no hands, and then they put him where Blaxton's body was, and they made him look like Blaxton.
They also made him look like they have hands.
Yeah.
And they gave them hands. This is also true. And the party eventually left, and a mysterious red-haired woman came down into the morgue to look for somebody. They walked around for a bit, then eluded Blue as they used the restroom and escaped out the window. Shortly after that, the party combobulated and headed towards Delwood, or the Stockwood Manor, where Blaxton used to live. They spoke with Delwyn that very evening to inform her that her son isn't dead, and
traumatized her.
and may have set her through an emotional whirlwind she wasn't expecting on a random Tuesday.
Imagine finding out your son got unalived, and then a whole Ashton Kutcher comes out with him just wearing a new outfit, being pranked, and then just dabs on you and leaves.
I'm sorry, who abandoned their mother and changed their name?
You.
Speaking of that was actually Alistair, who's now dead. And now we leave off with the hug of Delwyn into Blaxton's arms. Just before that, Blaxton was invisible, and the visibility has now dropped. She looked at Blaxton and she gave him a hug.
I'm so sorry. They go off on wild plans on their own. I did not agree to half of the things that went down tonight. I apologize.
You just been pranked, Mom!
Kids do the darndest things. I tell you.
She lets go of her hug, and you can see that her eyes are red from the weeping that she had. And you see her have a small smile for a moment, and then she punches you right into the plate mail that you were wearing.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough to damage you, but just enough to say, "Where have you been?"
I've been a lot of places.
What a cool mom.
She's pretty cool, yeah. And
Wanna fix that?
I've been a lot of places, a lot of different places, just trying to make up for everything. I'm sorry I didn't tell you where I was going. I just didn't want to risk you coming after me or anything, or sending people after me. I just needed to find stuff out on my own first.
Oh, you never told her you were gone this whole time?
I didn't tell her where I was going.
Oh, as a mother, I'd be so upset.
You see her for a moment feel somewhat consolidated, or somewhat consoled by the situation.
I then punch Blaxton. I have no strength, though.
I was worried for you. You were gone for so long. You just left in the night.
You should also explain why you look so much older than you are.
That's a whole nother thing. We have to cover up a lot as it is.
I can summarize it.
Do you want to do a speed run?
No,
through
let
of our
Nova
entire
explain
story?
it.
I'm kind of.
All right, you got. I'll give you 30 seconds to explain the entirety of what we've been through. Go.
Okay, apparently he made a deal with a hag. Hag then took him and used him because something happened with someone that he loved.
Wow.
And now he went to the Feywild and he aged 5 years because he was there for 5 years. And then we also went to the airplane
Airplane?
All right,
to see his dad. Of course.
All right, you still got 10 seconds. Good job.
Oh, so you saw your
Wait,
father before you
you've-
saw your mom? That's,
It wasn't a
He had
plan
never met
to
his
see my
dad before.
Finally met Satar?
Yes, I finally.
Oh,
met
this
someone.
is so lovely.
I finally met him after a while. There was a random obelisk in the middle of the woods. I touched it. Boom, we're in the airplane. And he actually came to save us when we almost died there.
He made good coffee.
He did.
He did make good coffee.
Oh.
It
you
gave
remember?
him the shits. The hardcore shits. I'm talking like 7-hour shits.
Blaxton, please.
Good
That's
to
a
know
lot
the
of hours
etiquette
for
training
shits.
didn't last very long.
No, it wasn't good to begin
Oh,
with.
goodness.
I'm happy that you're alive. Please, come inside, everyone. Like, she gestures everyone to have a seat, and she's genuinely interested in... I get new batteries.
Oh.
She's genuinely
sitting-
interested in the fact that you're still
I'm
alive.
gonna be sitting close to my mom pretty much
Okay.
at all times from now on.
Dalwyn, question for you.
Yeah, yes.
We've already discussed the fact that my dad is the reason that you and Tatar ended up together, right?
No,
Who's your father?
Sirius Grim?
The
Cyrus
Sirius
Grimry?
Grim.
Oh, yes.
Kind
Cyrus.
of sucks.
Yes.
Okay,
He
well-
was a bard around.
Yes. He tried courting you.
And failed.
I know he
No.
failed, but guess what? If he didn't fail, you wouldn't be here. So
It wasn't anything like that. The way it works is men would offer gifts, and then from there I would choose a suitor. The point was they had to offer something valuable enough for the family to accept their offer.
so you chose the gift instead of a man.
Well, I
You
wasn't.
really played the game, Dalwyn. You really played the game.
Well, it wasn't like that. It happened so long ago. I was going through the gifts, and this jar that Sirius dropped or gave by, I dropped and shattered, and when it did, the sitar was trapped inside of it.
How romantic.
And from then, he disguised himself to look like us, and he was a wonderful man.
Was he a good lover?
Okay, no.
Actually, I'm
I
glad
already
it
have
doesn't.
a lot of you trying to go after my dad as it is.
It's
I
not
don't
the
even know.
conversation I would love to be
Apologies.
having in front of my own son.
Apologies.
I'm actually kinda curious.
What? No.
High five, Bott. Yes, Bott.
We are not dilfing my dad again. No, that's not happening.
I don't
this
know. He's
episode.
kind of hot though.
I
Maybe
did see him.
maybe a
way
different
back.
time we can discuss sitar, but
Just you and I? Girl talk? I know you're in for a hot gossip.
You have good tastes.
roll me an insight check.
Okay.
She just lost her son and got him back.
12.
She looks kind of anxious in the environment. She doesn't know how to handle this social cue. She doesn't know how to respond.
Oh God. Okay.
She's kind of flustered, but not in a mad way, but in a stammery, confused sort of way.
I feel like we're all still at like the normal tens that we go through in all our situations, not realizing the given circumstances of what's happened to my mom right now.
Did you roll a hotness check for Delwyn by chance?
Lord, I refuse
Oh yeah, that's right.
to
You did
roll a
refuse.
hotness check on a mourning mother.
That's
She's
true.
no longer mourning.
She's
She's
no longer
still
mourning.
traumatized.
Why do you all want to
So
sexualize
when
my
she's
parents?
not traumatized,
Okay, back in it.
I say
I thought maybe you went off and did different things, or I thought maybe he died, but I would hear word and time again of people coming in and saying they've heard of a blue man that fit your description with white hair. I didn't know if that was you or someone else.
Or just people being racist by seeing a blue-skinned person. They're like, must have been the boy.
No, they said stories of their past a group of people with a blue man a part of it. I did my best to try to find you, but I didn't hear anything.
No.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't really. I didn't want to come back until I was like ready to. You know.
Where did you go after you left?
After I left, it was a little bit of time trying to figure out who I was. I ended up in Edgemount. I pretty much held up there for a while. Then I met this one.
Hi.
The one who very much, I'm sure, wants to fuck my dad. But whatever.
No, he's not my type.
What is your type?
Well, he's just too tall.
well, it doesn't mean you can't.
What is your type?
I don't really have a type. It's just if I like you, I like you. Don't really like.
I saw the
I find
eyes.
gender too conforming, you know.
Yeah, I respect that. But It's still my dad.
She looks over to you
Yeah.
and she asks you, so what to be of the funeral then?
But not too tall. And I look at my height compared to the others.
No, he was like monstrous. I like a good 6 foot. 6'1" maybe.
I smile.
But yeah, he was the one who really orchestrated the whole death plan.
Delwyn looks over to Israfel
Hello.
and asks you,
Yes.
so what of the funeral tomorrow?
So,
What was the whole purpose of
well,
why did you fake your own death?
Okay, so this all goes back to a whole discussion. We kind of threw it out as like a sideball. They just want to get me back with Rosie again. That was the real whole purpose of it.
Rosie, was that the girl from...
Yes, that was with our gang of ruffians back then. Yes.
The girl who he saved. That's it.
That's a whole nother plot.
completely changed the timeline over this woman and still won't talk to her.
Because in a different universe, apparently she died, but then
Jesus,
Blaxton
yeah.
made the deal with the hag to bring her back to life. I know, it's really,
Yeah, I kind of.
Roll me an insight check.
really... Oh god, this
You
woman,
tell me the
we're
woman
putting
who
her
has
through
had
hell.
sex with a genie doesn't understand
Damn it.
time travel?
That's not understanding. It's whether or not the believing is going
I
on.
pretty
9.
much met multiverse
It-
peoples.
Doesn't seem like she's buying the story
Oh.
entirely, or she's just kind of smiling, like this is interesting. So, in 2 sentences,
What is her reaction to me then?
That's a robot. We don't know them.
Her reaction to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
she looks at you like a normal person, nothing unexpected. She doesn't seem surprised by you. Well, I take that back. Roll me an insight check real quick. Just, actually, yeah, insight.
Very progressive woman in her
I
grief.
rolled
Well-
a 14.
14?
Nice.
She looked at you and kind of like interest, as she wasn't necessarily surprised. Like, she was surprised to see you, but she understood what you were. Most people don't recognize you or kind of stare at you a little awkwardly. She didn't seem to stare at you awkwardly. She seemed to have a recognition of what you were.
This is an educated woman.
So really to just, finish things up, kind of give that clarity, that moving on, that sense of rebirth, we do still plan to have the funeral tomorrow. You don't need to attend. We can say you're consumed with grief.
If she doesn't attend, that's gonna look very suspicious.
It's gonna look really suspicious.
That a grieving mother does not want to...
Say goodbye to her
Goodbye
son.
to her dead son? Yeah, that's real suspicious.
That is really suspicious.
How did you replace him?
We found a dead body without hands, and then we just kind of dressed him up with some paint.
I'm really good at disguising people.
He's not so good at drawing hands.
Oh,
that's
and
all
don't
I'm
worry,
saying.
it wasn't anyone that you know. It was like some dead body that we found, and it was named
Some random
John
stranger
Deere.
in the morgue.
Okay.
Bitch at this.
Okay.
Oh, really?
She seems kind of unsettled by the whole situation, but if this is what we must do, I can...
Don't
I
worry,
was
the
passed out
body
for a
wasn't
fall.
identified. So,
Still is a person.
well,
I can
He was
attend.
an
Dead
unidentified body, so I don't think anyone's gonna really miss him if we think about it.
You
You'll
picked the body.
Nova had to do a good job because the Kitavore was not nearly as handsome as Blaxton.
Aww.
it's so
Well,
true.
don't be trying to
Were
sweet
you-
talk me.
Are you in
Aw.
danger then? Is that why you had to fake your own death?
I just wanted to. The reason why I would personally want to fake my own death. I just want to start over officially.
That's really
Oh.
I don't.
This is Blaxton, not Alistair.
big. Oh.
Yeah, I just kind of chose a new name to cut myself off from who I was before.
Blaxton.
Blaxton's the name now.
Okay, you kind of see her take it in for a moment and try to like remember the name.
Mom.
Well, and how does Blaxton know this woman?
You're.
Oh,
Come on.
we are not doing that part of the backstory. That part of the plan I never agreed
Well,
with.
how? Okay, then explain the random air genasi hanging out with Delwyn.
Could
We
be
don't
a
have to
cousin.
chill around here entirely.
You
Remember?
do have a solid point. I mean,
I was thinking a brother, a twin, a cousin.
Ooh, Parent
all-
Trap.
Sure.
You had Alistair, Sitar had Blaxton.
Yes. Done.
Never met until now.
They were
Which is
twins, and
really
you
sad,
thought
'cause
it would
now
be
one of them's
best
dead.
for the single parents to take one of each.
But instead of you two getting back together, one of your sons is dead.
Daddy.
You've heard the story too?
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
If that is what it takes to make
I think it's
sense.
pretty convincing.
I feel like people might see through the lies.
No, it's an actual.
You're 5 years older than Alistair, anyways.
You'll
You
never
do look
see
a
it
little
coming.
older.
Oh.
Yeah, that was part of the whole Feywild thing.
You're not even twins. You're the older brother.
Oh yes, older brother.
Shit.
Not
So-
twins.
Not twins.
But that
That's
means
kind
I
of a
would be
good-
born
It's kind of a good thing that
first.
happened then.
I'd be born.
How many Erginais here around these parts?
I don't know.
Not
Sitar was
many.
attractive.
Oh, that's so true. How many more siblings does Blaxton have?
How? Hold on, not
kinda
character.
turning into your
Not in
deal.
character. Not in character.
Oh, yeah,
I'd like to
totally
roll an
should.
insight check to see how fertile Delwyn's womb is.
Wait.
I'd like a
What?
medicine check, Patrick.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I'm proficient.
15?
How do you?
I know.
That's a 25.
Oh my goodness.
She looks like she can handle
With
2
one
Erginais.
look.
Look like she.
It's like that.
Hold on.
Here.
I'm so sorry.
It happened with.
She
Scimitar.
is in healthy condition.
She is.
She is probably in her
Oh,
mid to
dear.
late 40s. 'Cause
She had a kid at 15.
He's 20. He was 23 when you met him.
He's 28 now.
Yeah, 5 years of difference of just he
So
was.
she gave birth at 15. If we're following our story.
No, because he. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this
That-
mean we have to avoid the rest of the family because they know she doesn't have more kids?
Oh yes, the rest of
Yeah.
the family coming to
They
the
would have
funeral?
known.
The rest of my family,
Yes.
the entire estate, the several thousand of us would know that I only had one child.
Oh no, this got complicated.
I was pregnant with Alistair or Blaxton now, when Sitar had to leave.
How
Yeah,
old were
there
you
would've
when
been
you had
no-
Alistair?
21?
Oh, so you would have been
At the math side of
young.
What if we
God.
just said that Blaxton was just like a new hire that happens to be an Erginais?
it. Adopted.
Well, give him some tattoos.
Blaxton looks so much like Alistair, it's uncanny.
And tattoos will fix that.
He got what tattoo?
Get some body modifications. I know a guy down
Oh, I can do it
south
for you. We'll just take a chip out of
Didn't
your
Sutter
ear,
have
a
other
chip
kids?
out of your nip.
side.
My hip.
Half brother?
Oh, half brother.
Sitar could have had another child, but to my aware, he hasn't been on this plane since.
He's a bastard.
Okay.
Hey, that's my dad.
Well,
No,
technically,
not your dad, you.
Oh my dad.
technically, you're not a bastard. Because when he left and they found out that I was pregnant, he left and then suddenly, and in order to have the scandal not break out, they said that we were married. He never married me. But the family considered us married because he was a public figure. He was coming out and people saw Sitar. Everyone knew who he was.
Why don't we ever think these things out before we go ahead with these plans?
That's what I'm saying.
Because, you know, it's more of a like problem for future us to deal with.
People, my family thought that I was lying.
So you
And-
never had a wedding?
No.
Oh.
Oh no. Do you
He-
want to have a wedding?
We could throw you a wedding after the funeral.
We could go to the airplane.
In my experience, weddings are not the thing that makes a relationship special.
I'm not interested in going to the plane of air. It sounds dangerous and terrifying.
It's
Only
so
for
fun.
a little bit. Only for a little bit.
I was offered then and I declined.
Oh, Dylan.
But you can at least
Oh.
like.
I know, but hearing it from her mouth, it's just
You can at least like take one
heartbreaking.
trip just to like see dad real quick.
He's
and
told
send
me
him.
about it. And she shows over like a painting that she has on the wall and it depicts the Glacial Citadel from like a realistic impression
That's
style,
nice.
impressionism
That's a nice
style
real
art.
estate.
Looks cold.
It was.
It's good enough from the painting. But he talked about wanting to marry me, but I get anxious thinking about leaving.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you have commitment issues.
I would have loved to have him around, but I would not want to be there.
So this is love.
Do 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 do.
Bott,
You guys know the
pick
popular
out the
parts.
bagpipes. So this is love.
Wait, no, what are you trying to do here?
It's just a beautiful story.
We still need to plan on how to figure out what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Sorry.
So
You rise
the
from
funeral
grave.
tomorrow.
Yes.
We have a plot of
Okay.
of land
Excellent.
dedicated for the family.
Perfect.
We can arrange that he's buried there. I've
Sure.
already spoken with someone from here to see if we can get him buried.
Are there any official records of lives and deaths?
Yes.
I'd like to put a footnote in the back end of one for this gentleman who's helping us.
Okay.
If you don't mind, you now have a honorary member of the family.
Okay.
He's doing a service for your son, and I think you owe him that.
The no hands guy?
Yes. He has a name.
What's
What's
his
his
name?
name?
John
You don't know
Deere.
it?
Oh,
That's not. the
So what?
name.
should we give him a name?
No.
Naming the dead man.
He's just gonna be an asterisk.
His name is
Call him
Asterisk?
Alistair. That way we keep it
What's that?
on the narrow.
Oh, keep him calm, Master.
What?
I say crazy things.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
just leave him as a footnote. An honorary member. Unnamed. Honorary.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. She takes a quick note of something.
Thank you.
So now what do we do in the
Oh, I've
morning?
done everything I wanted to.
Oh, all right. Well, looks like we're just gonna have to figure this shit out as it goes. Because once that body's in the ground, we're pretty much in the clear.
No.
Okay.
Probably.
Nah.
We'll probably be in the clear as long as I keep a full-on disguise throughout the rest of our time here. We'll be fine.
Do you have a mustache you can wear?
You guys see Delwyn feel a little overwhelmed, and she gets up and she heads off into another side room. Doesn't say goodbye, just walks into a different room.
Fine.
You should check on your mom.
I know. I think I will go check on my mom real quick.
Do you want me to go
Okay.
with you?
Yeah, we could all come.
No,
Oh.
101. Just real quick talking to the mom.
Thank you.
I don't think I should go.
Yeah, it's all right, Bott. I'll just be a little quick, just check on her, and then I'll be right back. All right, and I'm gonna zoom off to go see her.
Okay. So you head into the room following short behind. She kind of just exits the conversation abruptly. When you walk in, you see a art room that has multiple paintings that are unfinished. There's tons of paint all over the place, palettes everywhere, faced with a massive window.
What if we burn the body?
I don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that too.
No.
It could be a crematorium.
Yeah.
No.
That we
Cremation?
listen. Nobody has to check it to see if he looks like him or anything else like him. It's just the pile of ash at the end of the day.
No thing.
We could give him like a Viking funeral.
No. I'm gonna do a no.
Maybe
Not even
not.
a yes and. Not a no but. A no.
Cookie.
No.
Oh, I see. Another employee.
No.
Oh.
All right. Inside the art room, you see her kind of just closed off body language, kind of not near the corner of the room, but just near the window where she's looking out. She seems a little stressed from the day.
Yeah, sorry this happened the way it did. I sincerely apologize.
A few moments pass. She looks over and it's all right. It was a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, and I know me being back was like already a big thing, but me being back and not alive was another thing, and then me being back alive again is an even bigger thing. So it's just a lot of stress that I didn't need to put on you, and I'm really sorry for that.
It's okay.
It does feel really good to see you again, though. It really does. Like when I was with Dad and we were talking about you a good amount. Choice words were said at first, but we cleared it up by the end. We cleared it up.
How
But-
is Satan?
He's doing all right. He's doing all of his important general stuff, fighting that war with the Tao, right? It was the Tao he's fighting.
Ah, yes. He was talking about it. That's why he had to return.
Yeah.
The Dow.
He's fighting with them, and he's busy with that, so... And that's actually another reason why I did want to come down here and talk to you about stuff.
He explained why he had to go and how he didn't have a choice. But
And
a long time ago.
I wanted to actually talk to you about that because I wanted to go join him eventually. Given proper time to be with you, of course. I'm not just going to leave tomorrow morning.
It's dangerous up there.
Yeah, I know, but we've done a lot of dangerous stuff. We stopped a cult. That was something we did on our way over here. There was a whole demigod situation. The apocalypse was going to happen. It was wild. But we did it.
I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, so I can take care of myself. I show her my double scimitar. Like, my dad gave me this too.
And she looks over at it and she kind of smiles. That does look like something he would have used.
Yeah, so I could take care of myself pretty well.
Well, I'm glad.
So I don't know when exactly I'm gonna go, but I do want to go join him.
Okay.
I've had plenty of time to be with you here, but I haven't had a lot of time with him yet. And so I want to give him time. Time that I spent with you equals that. So that's what I plan on doing, and I hope I can have your blessing in doing that.
You've been on your own for such a long time now. You're all grown up. You can make decisions for yourself. You've shown that.
Yeah, I know. It just feels better to. It feels better to know that your mom supports you when you go do those dangerous decisions.
You see her. She seems uncomfortable and kind of like sighs. It's all right. You can go on your own. There's a funeral tomorrow, and it's gonna be in the morning, so I should get some rest. So should you.
I'll probably be at the funeral. I'll wear disguise and stuff, but I'll be there. So
She walks you into the main room where all your friends are at. Well, Israfel Dent,
Yes,
tomorrow we'll be needing you for the funeral service.
that's correct.
If the rest of you come, that's all right, but it should be just a small group of people here on property.
Okay.
alright.
Just let them know what you're here for in the morning at the gate, and they should let you in.
What?
And she sets you guys. She gestures towards the door, and then she heads off into a different room, into her area.
Before she goes, I was like, "I love you, Mom. Good night."
And you hear under her breath, "I love you too," but like in a quietish like whisper. And she goes into another room.
Say, Blaxton.
Yes. I was gonna make fun of you, but I chose not to. And then I awkwardly made a weird accent.
Does your mom know you're a werewolf?
He's a what?
We're not gonna tell her that yet.
Oh my god.
Try it out.
You guys all exit her. You guys all exit her estate.
Especially not I could also be a ghost werewolf at times, so we're not even gonna
You
talk.
What the
all exit her estate. Bott, I'd like you to roll me a perception check as you guys all leave.
Hey, Blaxton,
I rolled a 6.
where are we staying?
There's a couple places I think we could sneak into.
Should we stay in
where-
the
perception check?
the
Just
trailer?
for Bott.
Oh, sorry.
Bott, with your perception, comes to about 10. As you guys are making your way out, you look to your side, and you see a painting. One resembles a young toddler Blaxton. And you guys all exit the estate.
Yeah. If we want a place to crash, I know like some storage rooms, like back when we were young and getting into trouble, we'd always have to run away and like kind of crash somewhere for the night. You know, like storerooms, attics. So I know a place we could crash. It's not going to be the most comfortable, but we could sleep there.
I'd
Well-
love to spend a night in your sewers, but I need to go back to the morgue.
So are you going to sleep?
I said I'd be there for the vigil, yes.
Oh, all right. I mean, if you want to just...
Deuces.
Well, I mean, if you like,
Back to the morgue.
this bad boy, and I slap the top of my cart, is so much comfortable space.
Is there a couch I can sleep on?
Probably.
I'm gonna go in.
All right. You want to park it somewhere and just...
Can you put some like brakes underneath the wheel so we don't roll away?
Oh, yeah, it's standard procedure. That's the first thing they teach you in car safety.
I want to see Blaxton's secret clubhouses.
Ooh,
Black-
actually, that does sound kind of fun.
They're not clubhouses. They're more safe room-esque.
I never had one as a kid.
Oh, these.
Bott,
things-
you were a kid?
So
Are there no girls allowed?
No, we get that sexism and smack it away. We had girls in our group
There you
too.
go.
I love that. Yes, Blaxton.
Let's go there.
So you're planning on going to. You're going to
The morgue.
morgue. You guys are going to.
I guess we'll go near one of my old secret safe houses.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I used to be in lots of safe houses growing up.
Those were orphanages.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, you know,
Anyways,
so-
you guys get Blaxton. You guys exit the estate. Israfel, you make your way back to the morgue, and you find yourself a spot there. There's a little spot that you can stay for the night, a little chapel, and you find a pew, and you fall asleep on it. Pew. The rest of you make it to.
yeah,
Give me a
just
second.
relatively in the area closest one.
You guys are on a nice side of town, so you're gonna have to get to a little less nice side of town to get to one of your safe houses. At least one of these old abandoned buildings.
Yeah.
You head down the area, start making your way through your usual little alleyways. Along walking, you're heading to what's called the Old District or the slums, depending on who's talking about it, where there's not a lot of guards. And as you pass each little area, you come across a small little alleyway where you had your first pickpocket, and you have the memories of when you were with your crew, and you were starting to. You at first were taught by one of the older ones, Rowan, for example. Rowan was a little older than you, and he showed you how to do your first pickpocket.
Yeah.
And you stole the first one. You got caught in the first try, but you have a small little flashback right there. You go down a little farther and go passing through a little stall, and you find a little area, a little merchant's area where you stole your first loaf of bread. And you ran back and started broke it off and gave it to all your, poor hungry friends.
Can I point out how much of an asshole this rich kid goes around stealing food?
So what happened is the way the flashback goes off in your brain is you remember running back in, you stole your loaf of bread, and then as soon as you got congratulations to your dirty poor friends, you just tossed it in the trash.
You're garbage.
Yeah, it was garbage.
Blaxton, I'm starting to think that you're not a good son nor a
No,
good friend.
There's a reason I wanted to just abandon my life entirely.
Ah,
You get back down
the
into
poor people.
the kind of the heart of the the old district, and you see the old tavern that's still standing. Where, there's it, and there's just abandoned buildings all around it of just old warehouses that have been boarded up and nearly rotted out now, about much worse condition than they were before. And the still stink rat hole of a place is still serving alcohol this time of night.
Oh yeah, that was the spot back day. That was the place. Oh my gosh, I was a bad person. Oh,
But
yeah.
you're not that person anymore.
thankfully.
Yeah, you killed him.
Yeah, well, we killed
We
him.
killed him.
Metaphorically and literally.
In a way, we are all bad people to someone.
Well,
Yeah, and we just
I
now
don't-
learned how to not be
Depends who is telling the story.
I don't think I'm a bad person.
That's too deep for me tonight,
bad.
but
Let's all
Anyways,
just get the rest.
You find one of your old safe houses outside of just near this shithole of a bar, this terrible pub.
Tell that to the kobolds, Nova.
They are not sentient beings.
Israfel, you're
Oh,
not
I
there.
thought-
Patrick is
No,
here.
you're not. That was Nova saying it, not Gianna. And Israfel's not in the room.
Jesus.
Wait, I thought
Hey, look
they
at my safe
were-
house. It's
roll,
so
me
nice.
an, roll me an investigation check.
Oh,
Israel would have hated that.
That's
I thought sentient meant that they weren't wait, now I'm confused. They are sentient?
Yeah, yes, kobolds are sentient just because they have leathery skin.
Oh. Well, they're sentient beings.
25.
And it was a
25.
long time ago.
25.
Drink my stew.
oh, this is good
You
soup.
find one of the old ones, and it's a nice little attic in a warehouse. You find a nice little loft where you stayed before.
Blaxton was a bad person a long time ago too.
Yeah, it was very bad person. There was no real justification for anything I've done. No excuse.
Not even one?
No.
You just did it because you were a prick?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. It's not like, yeah, I had a dark past. I was poor. No, I was just an asshole.
Money will do that to you.
It
Well,
will.
you see, Blackton, in my experience, everybody does things for a reason. But there's also a reason why you're going to try to make things right. So you have to give yourself a little credit to that.
Oh, Todig, I respect that. I'm gonna give him one of those superhero handshakes, like the
Yeah.
Jenna is like scouting out the whole little warehouse, and she's just looking through like old crates that have just as she like lifts up one lid, the entire crate crumbles of just like things that were in here is now just moldy hay that is like oh, and she's just wasn't ready for that. Wasn't ready for
Yeah,
that.
our group kind of disbanded after like things
Yep,
went down.
yep.
So
I was just trying to find a cool place to hide. There's
Yeah.
nothing here. I'm
there's
gonna go
not
up. She
not a lot of
climbs
cool
the
places.
ladder and goes up to the loft where you guys are at, and it's a little squeaky.
Yeah, we could rest here for the night. It's not the best place, but it'll do.
Brings me back.
Brings me back.
Todig finds a spot, and you guys all crash for the evening inside this area that seems more or less abandoned. Next morning comes, and you head to the funeral.
Yep.
It's just you, and as the only sole member of the of Ill Matter there.
Yep.
Actually, a few other Ill Matter acolytes or disciples come over in that early morning and have a small conversation with you about the situation.
Okay.
You explain to them that he was part of your traveling member and that you've got it covered.
I got it covered.
Perfect.
And they bought it.
Yeah,
Fucking fooled them.
all right.
Oh my god.
You go back to the front gate, give all the details necessary, and they allow you to the back where you have a small funeral where Delwyn is there and she's in an all black outfit.
The guards believe me.
Yeah,
Fucking fooled them.
Delwyn's
That one's there?
Delwyn's there.
Does she believe it's me?
Yes.
Fucking got her.
You give. Do you say anything at the ceremony or just traditional stuff?
Traditional stuff, and I do not use a name.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
You do not use a name.
I do not use a name.
They put this individual into the ground and they start to bury them.
I help.
Bye. Have a wonderful
I help.
time.
Okay, you help them. And now
No,
there's
not with magic.
No, I'm just saying like the dirt
Yeah,
is
yeah.
slid over, and now Blaxton's or Alistair's grave has been set.
So many weeks just to get to this burial.
Felt great.
Israfel is confused about where everyone is because was not given the instructions and is just kind of staying put
Yep.
somewhere in the town.
Yep.
I'll try and zoom my way over there.
Okay.
To help him out once more. Ideally, like give it some time so that way people can kind of like funnel out,
Fizzle out.
fizzle out. That's the word.
There wasn't a lot of people at the funeral.
No
Yeah.
one really liked you.
Yeah.
There were a few members at the funeral. There was a couple. There was an older gentleman that looked like the father of Delwyn, and then she had her two brothers, which you saw, and they had a few of their like.
Rosie wasn't there.
No,
Fucking
there
rip.
was no one outside of the Stockwood family
Yeah, no one
located
was
here
invited.
on property.
Mm.
But anyways, stop.
But yeah, I'm gonna just head over there as soon as like possible.
Okay, yeah, you get over the next morning. Everyone wakes up. Everyone feels like dirt except for Todig. Slept
Yeah.
comfortably.
As always, who's in the mood for some stew?
Always.
Breakfast.
Do again.
So Blaxton goes over to retrieve
Yeah, good
Israfel while you guys are having a stew. Bott, you were all there. I'm assuming you get inside your little.
Let's make a plan for our day.
Okay.
We're not
It's a
good
good
at plans.
idea.
We figured that out.
Okay, so the two of you are on your way back. While you guys get in there, Todig, the rest of you all go inside of your traveling soup kitchen. And Jenna is still asleep wherever she was at, and you go in to make stew. The same cauldron that you gave Jenna a trash bath or a trash soup bath the day before when she was coming out of the little bag. You guys threw her and the whole bag in there while she cleaned. Roll me a perception check, buddy.
18 plus 3, I think.
21's a beautiful number. Because as you're going through, the same cauldron that she was cleaning herself in, it was dirty and smelly, you see there's 2 floating hands and the bag that was inside, that she was inside of. They are decomposed and they have been sitting in water, so they are not pretty.
Does anybody need a hand?
Toading! Oh no, Toading, no,
It's
no.
probably bad.
Don't touch them. You are tampering with the evidence.
Ugh.
You gotta hand it to him.
Are we back?
You guys just get back in time to see, you guys see Todig's little shop set up in the, on the bottom level of the warehouse that you guys were in.
I don't know why you came. You could have sent Nova.
What?
Dumbass. Anyways,
All right,
we're here.
fine.
You guys make your way
Listen.
inside of his area, and you guys, that's right around the time you see Todig pulling out 2 hands.
Where did you get those?
He
we're
found
in the-
him in the soup.
What'd you say?
Where do you source your soup from?
Well, I mean, this particular part's the one that I had, what's her face?
Jenna.
Yeah, she took a bath in here with the garbage bag. that she-
Oh yeah, that was the bag I was in.
Why were there hands in there?
There were hands in there?
There were-
Yeah.
She looks at the
Yeah.
hands and just immediately vomits.
Oh,
I go to comfort Jenna. Let it out,
Jenna,
Jenna.
eat some carbonated water, 1 second. And
I was in that bag. I was in that bag.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
Oh, that was
alright.
gross. I did. It was moist.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
It
it
was
was probably
the
them.
burlap sack that it was in.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gross.
Not that gross.
Well, shit.
It's not that gross.
Oh, these hands are gross, by the way.
Yes, but they're just flesh.
Where were they?
Well,
In the soup.
you took a bath with these puppies.
Oh. She's
Oh,
trying to stomach
no.
whatever she has left.
I'm gonna wash these dishes up before I make some stew.
That's a good idea.
Oh man.
I don't know, hand soup.
Wait
kinda
a
might be
second.
like.
Did
On the
these
menu?
belong to the fake Blaxton?
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Oh,
that makes sense.
no.
I mean the fake Blaxton that was unidentified that we just buried?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Where did we find Jenna?
in that bag.
In that
In
bag?
the slums.
What alley was it?
I don't recall.
It was just probably a couple blocks from here.
Should we go on
Oh,
an
yeah.
adventure?
I think we should go investigate. Wait, is chopping off a dead person's hands a thing you do here?
Not that I do here. Not that my gang does
You were
here.
confident that is not something people do normally.
I was
Okay.
gonna say no.
All right, well, I wasn't sure.
First time I saw hands getting chopped off was never. Never mind.
And you
I
never
didn't see-
have seen it happen.
I've never
We
have.
should investigate.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
I thought we were coming here to not only fake Blaxton's death, Alistair, excuse me, but also to. I thought we were going to reunite with Rosie. Can we do that?
I don't know if we can do that.
What?
We got a dead man with no hands.
Thing is,
Nova?
owning up to my mom was easy because I just like ran away and was gone for a while. Rosie is someone I just basically like scarred for life.
No, but we're not saying that you're Alistair. Remember,
No. No,
we were gonna make her fall in love with you.
no, we're
Okay.
not doing that. We're
I
not.
got it. We'll split up. You two go to Rosie. The rest of us investigate the dead man with no hands.
I'm writing in on a piece of parchment.
I don't think
Alright.
splitting the party is going to be a fun or exciting thing for about half the people at this table.
You know, I think one great way.
We should do it all together.
I think one great way to impress Rosie is to have this new handsome fellow Blaxton solve a crime.
Okay, but we
You
are
are
not.
Alistair's older brother.
What we will not lie to Rosie about this. That is my one condition.
The hands?
Not the hands. We can lie to her about the hands. I don't
Oh.
care. But I will not lie to her about being a stepbrother to Alistair. That's one thing I will not do.
Does she have any social influence?
Then why did we fake your death in the first place?
Good question, Bob.
Y'all wanted to do that on your own accord.
We wanted to fake your death so then you could give a new life with Rosie and you could fall in love and get married and have
Did not
small
agree to that
babies.
Did not agree to that plan. I just agreed to come here so I could go see my mom. before I, did the whole.
You don't even want to say goodbye to Rosie?
I do.
You didn't want to have the closure with her and be
There's
like,
a lot
I'm
to
still in love with
close.
you, but I know you will never love me, and that's okay?
Whoa.
All of this was for nothing? That's too much.
Oh, my poor heart can't handle it.
I walk out.
I follow Bott.
But you and Nova both walk out of the small little, the soup kitchen, and you go back into the main area where you see the foam and froth. Now you can see the worn out name and
Foam and froth.
destroyed building that just looks tattered. And you can see that the doors are open and there's people inside.
Oh my gosh! But that's my whole deal with Rosie. We can go find out where these hands are. I'm fine with that. But
I'm disappointed in you, Blaxton.
Blaxton?
yeah, a lot of people are.
Blaxton?
I need a drink.
All right.
It's like 10 a.m.
Oh, it's like 9.
It's never
Oh
too
my
early to
God.
drink.
It's after
is it, Phil?
7. It's
I'm
okay.
going with Bott.
Bott, Nova, you guys walk into the froth and foam, or foam and froth.
I
forget which-
love it.
They,
Froth and froth.
They're both there.
Foam.
They're in there, and I'm going to look it up in a
Foam.
minute. But you guys both head inside, and the door is just ransacked, and it is just shitty in here. Behind it, you see a very scruffy-looking old man behind a bar, and then another individual kind of chilling off in the corner. It's in like a staff area, and they're just kind of hanging out, just minding their own business. When you two enter, there's like one other person just in the far right. Like, this is a disheveled, drunken man. Just looks messed up, looks disgusting. The the bartender kind of like looks at the lot of you and is confused.
I go up to the bar and order a frothy frog. It's a tasty green drink.
Yeah, I can get you that. Goes over and gives you a wink, and then he scoops something out of like a crate, and he hands it back over to you. Gives you a
I
drink.
remember this place.
And for the lady, and he kind of like leans over, and his belly just kind of like pushes into the bar a little bit. What can I get for you?
Something frothy, something foamy. Maybe a mug of a dark ale.
I got you the special. And he goes over and he scoops the same thing he scooped for Bott and just kind of slams it down for you.
You only have one thing here, don't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to do a perception
You're
check.
not even there. You still have the hands discussing what to do with them. You now look up and realize, oh, Bott and Nova are gone.
Oh, shit.
Jenna's like, oh, hey guys, Bott and Nova left.
Oh,
Looks out the door. Oh, I think they're at the bar over there.
what bar is that, Jenna?
Oh, let me go check it out. She goes in.
Well,
Here comes-
No, Jenna, don't go. I go. after Jenna.
She's out of there. She's fucking gone.
I'm
She's in
going
the-
back. I'm going after Jenna.
Yeah,
I
she's-
don't trust her
going
bar.
after Jenna.
Everyone-
Leave the hands.
No!
No, we're not giving you another pair of hands.
Splashes in there.
Yeah.
You guys, you now see you hear the two Bott. You and Nova hear the footsteps of two light little footsteps of your halfling friend that makes it in. Oh, it smells awful in here.
Yeah, it's not meant to smell good.
And then you kind of like say it after. And are you covering yourself any bit, or
Are you?
this is the bar that you went to when you were, just a
I-
lad?
Blaxton would have forgotten to cover himself before walking in.
It's a dumb
You run inside.
Because I ran after Jenna in a hurry. I didn't
Sure.
think about it.
You kind of now you guys catch
Be
up.
honest.
You see the man look at the little girl and kind of be like, "Eh, whatever." And then he sees you and is kind of like, just kind of like, kind of looks through you.
I cast invisibility.
Blaxton disappears. You see him kind of be like, he looks over to the bar a little bit, pushes another drink aside. Ooh.
Thank you.
Dumbass piece of shit.
This is weirdly relaxing. I'm feeling less overwhelmed here.
Yeah, me too.
I can't trust Jenna in a bar like this.
Stop
Who
talking.
just said that, and where did that one fella go?
You guys now all make your way into the bar and are hanging out as
I'm
you approach.
Blaxton, you dumb fuck.
Blue walks over to the bartender.
Yeah, what can I get for you?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Have you seen a man with no hands lately?
Oh no. No.
It's a good joke.
What was that? And he goes, I can't.
A man with no hands! Lately! we found some hands! We're looking for someone they may or may not belong to, or someone who may or may not have taken them off. What do you know?
We're speedrunning this quest.
Speedrun this quest.
I can't say that I have.
I asked you a lot. I get it. Take your time.
Insight check. Oh, it's a
What is it, champ?
probably like a 9. It's a 9.
Doesn't it seems like he's never seen a man with no hands?
Blue.
Yeah, sorry. I just.
Blue,
I'm
no,
excited.
we buried the man with no hands.
Oh my god.
So there's no person in town with no hands because they're in the ground.
But what if the man took the hands because he needed them, right? And that's why we now have a dead man with no hands because we have a man with no hands running around who needed the hands.
Mr. Phil, make me what are you doing right now?
Yeah,
What are you two doing?
I've cast invisibility on this
So
fucker.
you're focused on
I'm
Blaxton.
watching Jenna to
Oh
make
my
sure she
God.
doesn't go anywhere dangerous, like near any of the dangerous people, nor
Got it.
drinking excessively.
Bott, thank you guys for your honest opinions. Bott, roll me a perception check.
It's not my fault.
I rolled
Jenna
a
doesn't
10.
drink.
You're at the bar and all this focus and commotions going on all over the place. You kind of spot the guy in the far back who is in like a employee area, behind like a small little like. He has a booth now. You can see that actually looks to the outside. So he has like a little window where he kind of hangs by near near an alleyway, and you see him kind of like look over and stare at you guys for a second, and you look over at your friends, and you look back, and he's no longer in the room. He's now left.
Oh, who was he?
You keep staring at us. I'm going to make you a man with no hands.
He's gone. There's no one staring at you guys other than the bartender, who's kind of like checking. Have I had like you see him walk in a straight line real quick, nearly falling over.
ZYXW.
Don't flirt with Nova either.
No, but I didn't know you and Bott were an item.
Roll me an intimidation check, Bot.
Oh my god.
You want to say that a little louder?
I rolled a 19.
To the mic?
You say that, Bot,
my God.
and he was kind of like,
27 total.
Way to flex on him.
shit.
Bot. So
He's shitting himself profusely.
So he made his little walk. He's like, all right, I think I'm good. And he like looks over at Nova and starts heading back over that direction. But you say that, and instead of like looking at Nova, he makes a not so subtle performance check, and instead of like walking over to her, just kind of like swoops by and heads to the other side of the counter to grab a new tankard to like clean.
Oh, what a good moment
I take a sip.
of that box grog.
Box bra.
Box grog.
The bartender is now successfully pissed off, and not pissed off, but piss off Ghost, and has now left the area. Not area, but just kind of just not interacting, just kind of letting you guys do your thing.
Sure. Sure.
I'll
You
bet
are,
this
Patrick.
place has
Sure
lots
you
of health
are.
code violations.
Are you trying to shut them down?
No, but you never know when you can muscle, a little business.
Hey, don't shut this. Oh wait, I'm invisible. I
It's
don't
Still
want to do.
invisible for the next hour.
I don't want to do that.
Okay,
This is a respected establishment.
perfect. Can I get another, please? Really quick, please?
Bartender scoops it and scoops you another one and hands it back. It's not the worst ale you've ever had, but it's a little chunky sometimes. It's still ale nonetheless.
Okay.
You guys all eventually go to the counter where your party is now at, and Jenna goes and takes a seat next to, and is now looks over at Bott's like chunky mess as there's some chunks currently on Bott's face.
I literally look at Jenna. I'm like, you will get water and water only.
She doesn't see you, dummy.
I whisper to her.
And she whispers back, "I don't even want the water here. I don't
Yeah.
even want it."
That's wise.
Because if you
After-
ask for the water, he'll still scoop it out of the same thing.
After a period of time, of sitting there and kind of like scoping the place out, an individual walks in from behind everyone. The person who was at the little window is still not there, but a person walks in wearing wearing a dark cloak, regular scary like rogue attire.
We're being raided by soft anarchists!
Hello, hi Soft.
Anarchy.
Hey, welcome in.
Thanks for
To
the
the
raid.
raid. Jinx.
Hi, Soft. Everyone say hi, Soft.
Hi Soft.
Hello,
Hi
Soft.
Soft. This woman comes in. She stands about 5'5", not super tall, kind of quietly. Very soft feet as she enters inside the building. She kind of goes into the middle of where you guys are at, and kind of pushes you and Bott to the side to scoot directly in. Because you guys are, as you walk in, Bar's on the far wall. You're like in the middle, like the left, and Bott's on the right of like direct center, and she scoots her way and kind of shoulders both of you out of the way to make room for herself.
Well, hello there. Who are you?
She takes off her cloak and she has a orangish red hair and dark skin.
Oh.
Different than the woman you saw last night.
No, dark skin.
She has dark skin. She's about 5'5". Now that she takes it off, she has like spotted freckles, like dark freckles, and like a pretty darker complexion. Best way to put it.
Perception check?
Sure. Roll me. What are you looking for specifically?
Familiarity.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
That ain't it.
It ain't it.
Can you roll a hotness check?
Does sound super hot.
Yeah, she does sound super hot.
Does sound super hot.
Super.
Super hot.
6 hot. It's doable.
That's good.
It's doable.
That's above.
It's a doable
that's above
number.
5.
So she's attractive, but just looking more mean than anything. A little scary. She leans over to the counter, looks over to you and Bott, and kind of like gives you the impression that like we should lean in for this conversation.
In a whisper, hey Blue. I have an idea. Not now, but if we ever get in trouble, I just realized a powder keg and 1K ball bearings can make almost anything into burnt Swiss cheese.
I like the way you think, Bott.
I have another K of
I
ball
like the
bearings. We
way
could
you
like
say.
double Swiss it.
So she kind of like
You're invisible.
she quietly whispers, "So did someone say they were looking for a person without hands?"
Oh, that was me.
Ah.
You have really good hearing. You weren't even in here.
I have. She looks over to you and gives a little grin. I have ears in a lot of places.
What?
I would like to make a perception check.
That means it.
Roll me a perception check.
Were you the drunken man in the corner? Were
That's
you
an 18
disguised?
plus 2. How many ears does this woman have?
She has 2 ears on her head.
She's fucking lying.
There's 2 ears on her head.
Here it is. What she means by street speak is that
It's
there's
street talk.
other people who tell her that. It means other people listening on her behalf.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
She's only got 2, I think. You only have 2 ears?
Of course I have 2 ears.
Perception check.
No, don't worry. She
That's
does.
an insight check. Is she lying to you?
Insight check 17.
It seems like she's
Do
mysterious.
I have any ears?
2 holes.
Go fish.
She's
Okay.
mysterious.
Okay.
She might have more than 2 ears, but everything you want to believe in says that she has 2 ears as you look at her face. Something about the way she says that makes you dissettled. That's a word now.
Is it 17?
Dissettled.
You know what? I feel okay.
Let's. Is this?
So what do you
She-
know about the no hands man?
She looks at the rest of. She looks at the rest of you, and she says, "Let's. Are you guys all together?
Yeah. Well, not like
Let's talk."
dating.
You know what? Let's
Over
just
here.
go outside.
She gets up and she heads over to the far corner to one of the booths. So there's 2 booths. There's a man in the far corner who's the drunk man who's passed out. She goes to the other side, and there's a little booth. She opens up a curtain and gestures that everyone goes inside this curtained booth. She Should fit just about everyone but Todig. Todig's gotta be the MC.
Oh.
I keep the curtain open a little bit longer than I should.
I'm also going to stand very close to the curtain.
Got it. You guys
No,
all get
my goal is
inside.
to let you in.
Oh, well,
That's why I kept it
can we
open.
fit though?
I don't
We're
fucking
doing
know.
I don't know.
It had to be like,
you
aha.
guys have behind
We all
curtains
fit.
in taverns.
She gets it once everyone gets inside to the small little
Alright.
booth. She looks around and says, "So what do you know of the man that you found with 2 hands?"
Well, what do you know? We'll tell you after you tell us. How about that?
You first. I asked.
Oh, that makes sense.
She caught you.
Yeah.
You got dibs.
She dibbed me.
Well, I was looking for more pieces, and I let my 2 hands that are not attached to my body crawl out of my sleeves onto my shoulders
Okay.
as a threat.
So what's
In
the
case you don't know, I have a pair of skeletal hands that I just have, not related to these 2 hands.
Yeah.
Did not know.
Yeah, so
Holy shit!
Oh wait, you haven't even met. What's their name again? What's
roll
their
me
names?
roll me an
Gammick,
intimidation check.
Gammick and Melon.
Oh, Gammick and Melon.
can
you
I
haven't
have
even met them yet.
advantage?
I will allow advantage on this intimidation because you were pulling out skeletal hands.
15.
15. What would you say specifically?
I'm looking for more pieces.
Todig farts.
Okay.
Shelter, hey.
You see her sigh a little bit.
Ew, that smells like death.
No, they're freshly cleaned.
She looks
No, I
at
think
you.
he meant the fart.
She looks at you and she is unfazed by your intimidation.
Wow.
I'm a goddamn
She's so
necromancer. Don't bear.
Wow. Okay.
She's so
So
Let
what do
me
you know-
handle this.
You got it.
Let me handle this.
Nova's got it. Nova's got it.
Hi.
What do you know of these hands?
With these hands? I'm just
Do
kidding.
you like
Blaxton?
see him?
I'm not saying anything.
No one's here.
You're invisible.
Right, not here.
We found 2 hands in a garbage bag.
Oh.
That a friend
What?
was staying in. Sorry, that's not important.
I'm trying to seduce her.
Oh. What?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
2 hands in the garbage.
And there's
Bott
one
looks
hand.
uncomfortable.
My friend Jenna happened to be swimming in them.
Seduction?
She looks
Is it just me? The temperature, right?
Jenna's face turns like a shade of green. Like
Okay, we won't bring it up anymore. Sorry, Jenna. What do you know about the body these 2 hands belong to? What happened?
well, I'm aware there's a body connected to hands, and that these 2 hands once had a body.
I mean, I think we can do the math there. It's basic. What? How did you know where we were? How did you find us?
I have ears all over.
That is statistically not true.
Very sneaky.
Mm.
I like that.
Are you looking for the man with no hands, or are you looking for the man who cut off the hands?
What master do you serve?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. You can't ask
I
people
serve
that.
no master.
Hell yeah.
Wondering?
I am aware of a man who lost his hands, and we were just wondering if you had more information.
We? Who's we? It's just a you.
My ears. Oh, there they are.
Sneaky.
It's quite eerie, if you
Shut
ask
up, you
me.
did.
Unsettling.
All the information we have could be Bott.
I'm Blue. Who are you?
Give me a moment. Oop.
The right price, we can give out the right information.
Oh my god.
Are you
Goddamn slow
trying to
laptop.
sell a possible assassin information about her own kill?
Oh, is
No. Oh, okay.
Got together.
And she kind of like, the name's Briar.
Right.
Briar.
I love that name.
Thank you. Now, I would love some more information on what you have involving the individual.
We have the hands.
That's unimportant to me.
Oh.
Fine, get back in the bag.
We know of the hands and we know of the person. We disposed of both. Now, the question is, we don't know who or what those hands were working for. We tried getting information on those hands from the person with those hands. When they lost them, they didn't say anything.
Again, with the right price, we can give you the information you're looking for.
Sure. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have to offer? So it seems as so far you have a set of hands. Is that
We have more than that. Well, I guess we have a couple hands. No, we don't.
1, 2, 3.
What?
anything? Nothing? Just the hands? That's it?
We have
We
the upper
know.
hand.
How's this?
There are more of us than you.
No, we don't know how many ears she has. She has a huge advantage in a fight.
And I alone could kick your ass.
Oh. Oh.
You say we. I think I need a little bit more clarification as to who we are.
Do you?
Well, for my own comfort.
Be polite.
So is this your whole group? Of curiosity, is this everyone?
Yep.
No? Oh.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yes.
Hard to say.
Well,
Let's
it is.
just say, let's
You
offer,
called me a dumbass.
let's offer you a deal, all right?
All right.
This person that we were dealing with is working for a group or organization that's causing us a little bit of problems. We are another organization that are working on having our own level of control and comfort, and this is kind of our territory, see? And someone came into our land, stirring up a little bit of trouble. Found them in an alleyway, and we disposed of them. They spoke nothing. We found a little bit of their belongings, but they didn't have much on them. This group of people have been killing outside of our town and been using our area as an escape route. Well, we apprehended them because they have been stirring up a little bit of heat for us. So we'd like to lay off the heat. If you know anything about this organization, any other organization, I would be far inclined to have information.
We know about an organization called Dads.
Dads! No.
Oh. Well, that's something very different.
Oh.
Are they encroaching on our land?
No, it's drinkers against drinks. I'm dry.
That's good to know. Good
I'm
to
gonna
know.
like find a way to sneak like one of those coins I have on me from the Assassin's Guild onto
Okay.
Isabel.
Slide a hand check it, bitch. An
Yeah.
advantage because you're invisible.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a 23.
Nice.
And you put it. She put it in her. You put it in your hand. You flip it face down. Roll me a d4.
So you don't know which side it is.
Roll me a d4.
It's a 3?
Bloody side up.
Ah, damn it!
You place it down. And
What's that?
everyone, roll me an insight check real quick. Everyone, but the new two members of the party. Jenna's not
I
gonna
rolled
bot-
a 6.
15.
4, 15,
4, wait. 7.
7. Ooh, you guys are all staring at the coin on the table, and Nova, you see her interest perk up just a bit. Interesting.
Is this something that you're interested in learning about?
I might say that it is.
Uh-huh.
Where did you find that?
I killed the man who had it.
The man who had it.
Yep.
Okay.
What do we get if we tell you?
Fuck.
I agree, but I agree.
We don't work for free.
I thought honesty was the best policy. We've been talking about no lying.
For the right price,
Info
yes.
is power.
Okay. I've read a lot of books. I'm
What are
sorry.
you interested in? What could we
How about
possibly?
to own a flower shop one day?
Flower shop.
That's
So
what I'm
pretty.
interested
It's
in.
very pretty, and she smiles.
I don't want to know the feller's name.
We don't have it,
Well, okay.
but we can show you what you did have.
What?
Did he have?
Small bag of belongings.
Like?
Oh, we haven't made an agreement. Why would I give out more information?
What would you like?
You're upholding information.
Okay.
I would like information.
Hang
about
on.
this if you have
Hang
any more.
on.
Blue's
Let's-
getting angry.
Roll an intimidation check, Blue.
Hold on, I gotta open this up real quick.
I help.
Intimidation, where are you?
You've got an advantage too.
I
Roll
put her on
advantage.
my shoulders.
Bott, you assist in putting Blue on the shoulders. You
Plus
pick them
3,
up.
18!
Wait,
Plus
what's
Bott,
advantage?
I'm on.
Advantage?
Oh,
Roll
what's advantage?
advantage. Roll another one.
That's a nat 1!
18 it is.
Wait,
She-
you're a halfling.
Oh!
Lucky.
Well, it only gives advantage one time.
Ah, I'm towering. I'm like, I've never been so tall in my life, bitch!
You get up and you stand up on Bott's like shoulders, and you were like patting like above the table. Ha ha! And for some, this is kind of scary. It was more the intensity that's terrifying. But she seems actually amused, not
no.
scared. Unfortunately, 18 is not enough to scare this individual. Intimidate her is
That was
hard.
close.
So you work for a syndicate, I presume, of some kind?
I wouldn't call us
A
syndicate.
gang?
We're a group of people who are working in the best interest of everybody around.
Best of interest for everybody or for your own pockets?
Ah.
Let's just be like straight. Are you a business with self-interest, or are you truly like
A non-profit. How do you file your taxes?
We don't.
Oh, there you go.
Are you?
I haven't done my taxes.
And she kind of gives a smile. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh, you're naughty.
Have you noticed that there's not a guard around this entire area?
There's like a couple of them.
Really? And she kind of like peers around and smiles. There hasn't been a guard on this side of town in many years.
I feel properly threatened by that, actually.
We are the guards around town.
Ah.
So we'll see when someone comes to our town. We are the ones that know about it. Sure, this is Aethelmore, but this is our town.
Brian, I have a question for you then.
Yes, and she smiles around.
Are you on the right side of history?
Of course.
That's subjective.
I suppose.
On the objective side.
We know that we are on the right side of history here.
Okay. With this coin, we found this coin in Driftwood
You see,
Thought
her,
you said
many,
cabinet.
many months ago.
you see for a moment she does look a little like confused. She's like, you see that she knows. I know what that is, but I know where that is, but that's far.
I know. There were murders going on in Driftwood, and they asked us
With
to.
you found this in Driftwood.
We had nothing to do with it.
We had nothing to do with it. We were just asked to possibly find the assassin.
That
and
is concerning.
didn't we find a couple of them?
We've murdered a few murderers.
Whoa, my god.
They had a hotel room. We found a case of them.
She pulls out one of her own. She pulls out a small booklet that has it opens up. It's like a little leather booklet that has multiple coins in there, and it doesn't. It's imagine like a little coin, like a little quarter thing that has like 50 coins for all 50 states, but it's only got about like 10 of like the 50 slots available.
Okay, I'm taking my quarterback.
So and she puts it out there.
We are stone cold killers. We would have killed them even if they hadn't been murderers. You should be careful around us.
Oh my god, Bott.
I would be worried if I wasn't on my side of town, but you should be careful here.
But
Am I
shut up.
still towering on Bott?
You lose balance for a second, go
Okay.
back down.
Okay.
No longer towering. Still standing on the seat though,
Cool.
in this small little booth.
Cool.
Well, you're on my side of town. I recommend you listen and be a little careful. Because
Riot, we would never do anything to overstep.
I know. And she points out, I have my booklet here. Did you have something similar to this? Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Who has it?
I have it.
No one, it's back in my hotel.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Now, did they have a note of anything on them?
No.
We had a note on ours. They were trying to carry out a task and were
Oh,
unsuccessful.
thank God.
We were curious if you had any other information. We can't tie this back to anybody, and we don't know where they're coming
Wait.
from.
The person,
The handless.
the handless person,
Yes.
Oh!
was an assassin with this book
Oh.
in their belongings.
Yes, they had this.
I really thought that was yours for a second.
thought
I
it
was
was
about to beat your ass up.
I thought it was yours.
No.
Brett, you gotta explain
You have to
these
explain
things.
that next
Brett!
time. I was really about to Eldritch
Oh
Blast
my
your ass.
I've
god!
literally explained to you that I'm looking for the person who had this coin.
You did not explain that to us.
I'm going to be honest. I'm on her side with this. I was very confused when you guys started
between the idle,
changing lanes.
oh right, between the idle threats and
I understood the whole time.
You did not.
so the person that we apprehended had this, and she gestures to the thing on the table.
Yep.
They had a few other the belongings that we have of interest. Now, unless you have something other than you've said you've dealt with this, did they have any information or any ties back to where they're coming from? Because we don't know where they're coming from, but we
Yes.
know that they've been dealing around our area.
There's some sort of assassination guild squad.
Yep, Assassin's Guild something.
Assassination classroom.
Murderers,
what did you
Something
say?
like that. They've
Yeah.
killed several officials recently.
Oh,
some
shoot.
politicians in the past few months.
In just Aethelmore?
Just what the politicians are at. Now, the problem for us is we would like to get some influence with these politicians, but the problem is every time we try to return to where our happy little home is, with the amount of deaths of some high-level officials, they've been more interested in our little neck of the woods, see?
Right.
So now it's in our best interest to deal with this. And I believe you are not a fan of assassins, right?
No.
Great. Now it seems like we have something working together on.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
can we
we
work
don't
together on this?
Like assassin.
Thank you. Now we need to work together to find this assassin. You're the only other people we've met that have been able to deal with one without finding themselves dead. All right.
Get that, like,
Interesting. I feel
See-
kind of complimented by that.
Does we have like a team name or a party identifier or a handle, something we could look up in a library or ask the local kids about?
Or a budget to hire us with.
A library, no.
Oh.
But
Word on the
kids, some of them.
What would they know you as?
Well, if we can agree on something,
street. Yes.
if we can agree to work
I
together,
could probably ask the barman what the local gang is. Just tell me your goddamn name.
we are the Hell's Caretakers.
The hell's kid? That wasn't so hard. Who the hell are the hell's kid?
That sounds fun. Let's do it.
do I know?
We
You don't
are.
know about the Hell's Caretakers.
Yeah.
You do know of the two gangs in town before you left. You've
Yeah.
dealt with both. One was called the Hellions, and the other was called the Caretakers.
They
Shit,
merged.
I'm married.
So, those are the two warring gangs before you left Aethelmore. Was that
Well,
Bott? What about say I missed it?
That sounds fun. Let's do it.
All right. Well, if we can make an agreement, let's. follow.
well, since you shared your name, we'll share ours.
I already said I'm blue.
Yeah.
That is blue jean.
Nice.
Thanks. Just kidding. I lied.
Yeah, but my name is.
We don't need to worry about names.
Oh, thank God.
it's okay.
I'm
It's
bored.
fine with me.
Let's get going.
All right.
Well, if you'd be interested, I'd like to show you all something.
Okay.
And she gets up from the booth. She opens it up and she lets everybody out.
Thank you.
And she follows you guys back to where someone to her left is at. And the guy who was original man who was standing by the opening window, he goes over and she, hello Buford, they're gonna be with us. And she lets them all through and heads down into the cellar. Going through the cellar, you guys see just
I
a
also try and follow them behind them as well.
roll a stealth check at advantage.
I was about to say disadvantage.
At advantage because you're invisible. You're in armor, so
You want to know what that is? That's a 29.
you sound great. You are quiet in this little area. You go down, and she kind of like looks to you. That's our fence. And she then opens up. You go into this cellar with a storeroom with multiple sets of like booze. There's wine down here. There's ale brewing, stuff like that. And they're all in crates, all ale crates as previously described. And she knocks on the first one, and it's completely full. She knocks on the second one, it's completely full. She knocks on the third one, and it sounds hollow. She then opens it up, pulling up the giant crate here.
Oh my gosh! I cast invisibility again.
Thank you.
Cool. And then as she's looking at that, she walks inside. She looks over at you, smiles, and makes her and gestures.
I've
at
seen
everyone
better
who's inside.
secret entrances.
go.
Right behind.
We don't need to worry about it. This is more of a formality. And you guys all inside. As you enter inside, there's an underground tunneling network system that has multiple basements all into this giant open area. And as you enter, you see that there's a training grounds. You can see it. There's multiple vendors. There's a leathersmith. She says,
Wow.
"Welcome to the Hell's Caretaker.
This is
Or-
pretty impressive.
Welcome to Hell."
Oh.
And that's where we're going to take our break right here as you guys enter inside of the hideout for the Hell's Caretaker.
I don't like that.
Welcome to Hell.
Welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome to hell,
hell.
bitches.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to be taking our break. We'll see you guys in 15 minutes. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we are. You've now scoped out the area. She has now informed you of what you can find here in Hell, and she is taking you to her office.
That's a nice sentence.
Todig starts sweating profusely.
It's organized down here. This is organized crime at its finest. She
Yep.
guides you through another small corridor and takes you to where you see an old, beaten-on door that has her name. It says Captain Briar. She opens the door, lets you guys inside. Lets
She
you all
gave
inside.
us a real name.
It's amazing.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Yay, Briar.
I'm gonna kind of look around her office and we'll try to kind of not of course pick anything up, but just look very closely at things.
Sure. You go and look around.
What's in the office?
Nothing much other than she has a little desk in there. She's got a ledger that's out.
Oh.
She has a board on the side that has multiple different pinnings on it of politicians, and it has people that it has guards on there, certain guards that seem to have been paid off and they have now control over, and a future and also a map of Aethelmore with the locations of where to go and what is their turf and where it's expanding to.
Makes him miss the days of pickpocketing.
Ah,
Good old times, you know.
simpler times.
Did I hear you say that they had a list of the politicians they're targeting or
Not targeting.
They're
Uh,
controlling.
that
They
they're
have
controlling?
zero
Gotcha.
control of politicians, just guards, and making their way into higher rung. They have some guards paid off, but not all of them. So, let's pull out what we have.
I would love to write a ballad about this experience. What rhymes with Briar? Friar, crier.
Liar.
Aspire.
Fire.
Dyer.
I like Dyer. She brings you guys over to her desk and she pulls out a drawer, and this is where she has an extra coin that comes out. She pulls it out. She has a note from the person. Pulls out a dagger as well and a small bag. These are the items that we found on the body, or that when we made the body, for example. What else did you have?
Captain Briar, with hair like fire, to your courage I do aspire.
Wow.
Thank you, Bard. Much appreciated.
Darker heart
Inspiration.
than Eddie Meyer.
Sure, Bond, you can have inspiration.
I'd like to read the note.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say Briar gets inspiration, but I'll take it.
Bot has the inspiration now. Thank you, Bot, for that wonderful, wonderful poem.
That was beautiful.
The note just lays out a victim. Give me a second. Let me pull out
The victim was Alistair.
Oh,
All right.
What a
the
surprise.
victim. So this is the note that we had. It is to assassinate a vocal citizen named Riley Wreath.
Riley Reed.
Riley. She is outspoken. She is not a member of the politician, but she is an outspoken member for trying to make the world a better place, I suppose.
How's
That's
she
a
doing?
problem?
She's pissed off many members of the politicians.
She's breathing.
She's still alive
Okay.
because we stopped the person out to get them. We assume that whoever is dealing in these assassinations are targeting any political member or people of power, and they've gotten a little more specific and a little more ballsy about it. We're trying to find out who they are.
That sounds like a good idea. They're trying to silence the common man that's just...
Well, they're doing more than, they're not just silencing the common man, they're also silencing politicians, outspoken from both directions. Now, we don't have confirmation that some of the deaths were assassinations, but they expect foul play in some of the other deaths of other members. But a lot of death can go under the radar until you kill the wrong person.
I hear that.
Out of character,
Yes.
where is Invisible Man?
Great question.
Has
He's
it been
inside.
an
I'm
hour?
vibing around the room, kind of looking at very
Has it
more
been over an hour
specific.
though?
He retouched me.
Yes.
Bow chicken, bow wow.
Is there any way I could know where he's at? I would like
No.
No.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage. You're listening around for your friend.
That's a 6.
Cannot get a hold of this guy. He might be in the room. He might be still in the bar. Who knows?
I don't want to say this out loud, but I might have to.
What is it, Blue? Something that seems to be on your mind.
Probably not right now.
Do you
But
have
maybe if we go outside, away from our new friend.
She's ears everywhere.
Right.
And
so like
eyes.
someplace quiet. No offense.
You go take a step outside. I think. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I like walk awkwardly backwards out the thing, and I'm like,
Invisible Man.
You as you're walking backwards, you kind of like bump into something.
Is it your family like a really important politician people?
They have
Speak up, champ.
Volume, champ.
They have a lot of pull in this town. Yes.
So, methinks that there might be an issue coming up pretty soon with your mom, and we should probably figure out how to inform her that she might be in danger. Just throwing it out there.
Don't mind her, she's just crazy.
I know I speak loud, but I'm crazy.
Wait.
Talking to no one out here.
Of course,
Hello?
just you by yourself.
Don't worry, we will make sure she's not in danger. I will kill anyone who tries to touch her.
Anyways, as we were saying
She
before,
absolutely knows you're not.
but as
there.
we were saying,
It was all in whispers.
this is the this is what's causing problems, right? So the most
Right.
recent assassination that has been confirmed that it's been foul play, but no understanding of who it was Kane Russet. He is an officer who lives with the Russet family. They are one of the largest families in town. There's the three major noble families.
Foul play. I didn't
Thanks,
know
Dad.
a chicken was involved.
Yeah, I get it. Foul because chickens are birds. It's kind of foul.
How are the Russets involved?
The Russets there was a confirmed assassination toward the Russet. We don't know. So they were one of the first ones, and they assumed it was just foul play, and it was something to do with the poor members of Parliament. But then eventually they had a death of the secretary, Secretary Rooker. She was one of the highest members of the cabinet for the Queen. And when that assassination took place, then they actually started being concerned. There's been deaths recorded from all families. The Stockwood had a fire break out, and multiple of them died. The Verdot family also had an explosion take place in one of their facilities. We assumed that it was an accident, but with things coming into play, there's more scrutiny looking towards those. We couldn't imagine more people are going to be assassinated. The problem is, we would like to get involved in this ordeal, but with all of the deaths taking place, our activities are being monitored a little bit more because they think we have something to do with it. Now, a lot of people know we're here, but they just kind of fuck off. They're not.
I know you set a trap for them.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because we don't know who's getting hit next or how they're getting hit. We don't know where the chain of command is coming from. It's not coming from inner city. We know that. But we think that their hub is just somewhere outside.
What if we pose as a new gang
No.
and lure them out?
What if we
Interested
started
in-
being outspoken?
They're interested in the outspoken members, yes.
Yes. It seems that they have no problem targeting people who don't have a huge spotlight on them. Is that correct? But just like
They-
if they start drumming up stuff.
Maybe. What did you find? Who were they killing? Driftwood, you said.
Politicians and political peoples and who else? Dum da dum. They killed Darth Vader.
I don't know.
Because the wine guy got one of the hits, right?
Yes.
The meat guy wants the hits, and there was the people in that one political town that got the hits for those people. We never really figured that one out at all. We just kind of left before we figured anything out.
Okay, so they're not just targeting politicians then?
No, just people. They're for hire, I believe.
For hire.
You
okay.
didn't know?
Well, we assumed, but we didn't know. We thought they were targeting something. We thought they were just located here.
Oh no, they're very widespread.
So how much information do you have on them? Like,
Not as much as
would
we'd
you
like.
say it's a family?
Oh,
I don't think so.
we
because-
you know what? We found a coin in where was it? Dry Spire?
Dry Spire. The town,
get
the
it,
capital
sit
of
back.
Faladin?
Blue starts
Tadig,
hyperventilating.
what is wrong with your face?
What's wrong with my face?
Nothing is wrong with
Nothing's
his
wrong
face.
with my face.
Nothing,
Just-
he's good.
It's just I just got a regular old turtle face. I'm just old.
We didn't put two and two together right now.
The fella who you've murdered and tortured and cut his hands off, was he rude? Was he rude when he was being tortured? Was he friendly?
It was disgusting how quiet he was.
Oh, that's a shame.
So he was well trained. Good.
Do you think?
That's what we think.
Do you think if I don't know?
It was tough to kill too. The only thing that helped
to
us was
kill.
there were multiple of us. It wasn't just
to kill.
they weren't just. It was not an easy fight. It took several. I wasn't there, but it was informed to me.
Like you had to find his polyandry or what?
No, not like that. Like he was trained. He was a good fighter, and he was good at what he did. Took one of my men down, but we were able to get him to some medical before he was disposed of. We were eventually able to.
What if we use the Stockwoods as bait?
Unfortunately, none of us know any Stockwoods.
I don't know if that would work. See, the thing is, you would have to have an outspoken or a valuable member of society. Now, there's not every Stockwood seems to be a problem. Not every Verdot has been targeted. Only the top have been targeted, or those who were. What happened with the Stockwood family is it burnt down one of their apothecaries, so they lost a lot of money in production. When it came to the Verdot family, one of their manufacturing had an explosion, and they killed several members of them, all important members to their trade.
Well, let's say we do set a trap.
I'm listening.
Okay, so what if we have a cute halfling who is from a very noble family, a very pristine family, who seems to kind of be outspoken from time to time? What if we sent her out and dressed her up a little bit, made her a little bit prettier, and then, we just shoot our shot? Because I think we know someone like that.
I would say we most certainly do.
So, I'm listening. We could get some noble to be outspoken in society. That would be what seems to tick off or trigger that. You have to make an enemy somewhere. The problem is we don't know who that enemy is. It'd be easier if you picked one person, pissed them off entirely. We have suspicion of a few members who might be involved.
We are great at making enemies.
Well then,
Yeah, who's been benefiting the most out of all this so we can piss them right off?
both sides. So when it comes to, there's a split in the cabinet. These are the most highest members of the queen. She listens to them, and they have their own jurisdiction. So each secretary fucks off and does their own thing. Some of them have been pissed off, and the thing is they have a split. It's 13 of them, and there's a 6-6 with one person being the 1 to 3 tend to be different on sides. They're the moderates, as you say.
Sure.
Right. So both sides have had assassinations take place, what it seems like, affecting both. So it's not like one party is at play. It seems like all are involved, and at least multiple are aware. So you just have to piss off one half of the cabinet.
So we should just pick a side and set Blue loose on them.
Yes.
I can do it. Y'all just gotta have my back, please.
How many weeks do you think that would take?
Oh.
We have a chain of command here, so someone has to send the hit. I'm assuming someone receives a hit. Then
Right.
they send out someone to do the hit.
Yes.
We're looking at some time for this one.
I feel like we can piss someone off pretty quick if we have to.
It's not about pissing them off quickly. They're easy to piss off. Now, the question is, how quickly can they send off, get a hold of someone to kill them? That's the challenge.
What if you already know a guy?
What if we pose as a client looking to hire them instead?
Oh, that's smart, Bot.
That would be fine. You have
Keeps
no
my family from
You have no
getting
allegiance
involved.
with us, not
Yeah,
that
it's
people are aware of. If you have familiarity with some nobles, we could use that assistance. You could find someone. I'm sure someone on the top knows something. We are probably, unfortunately, don't have those connections to the top yet. That's what we're working on. Do you have any suggestions?
You stop that, children.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just
Blue's like
making eyes.
hyperventilating in the corner, like.
You don't have to do anything you don't feel like.
I'm visible.
Damn, I'm super blank. I don't know the next move.
Well,
I say we do Bot's plan, and then I will come in and kick ass if needed.
now I'll go with you. You never know when you need to do a little extra turtle muscle.
Thanks, Pops.
Well, how about this? Okay. You go figure it out. You know where to find us.
Oh, really easy
Blue
plan,
can act
Devin.
as the wealthy client.
But I am a wealthy client. I just look poor, but I'm not.
You could investigate Riley. She is the one that was the most recent person that has not been deceased due to this. You might be able to watch after them. They might send someone. They might send someone else.
That makes
We have not
sense.
informed Riley of this because we are not exactly on. They're not a fan of us,
Oh,
and we
we
didn't
can
mean to
get
do
in
them a
common.
favor. We just happened to stop someone who's in our territory, who's mutually bothering us. If you maybe watch after Riley, she might have someone, or she could let you know who she pissed off or had verbal connections with before anything happened.
yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
I agree. Thank you for coming up with
Odds
the plan.
are.
Because that was nothing.
Wow, that sounds a lot smarter.
Do we know where Riley is?
Yes.
She's very easy to find.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
outspoken. She'll be. If she's not at her home, she's most likely going to be yelling and starting some form of protest out somewhere in town.
She could be dead already, for all we know.
Well, let's go find her now.
Yep, that's it. To it. Thank you
Do you know
very
which
much,
direction
Brian.
Maybe she's
Head.
missing
Yeah,
hands.
she gives you guys directions about what side of town and the neighborhood you can find Riley's residence. Because actually, she just gives you the paper. She gives you the paper that has Riley's address on it. Because there's a name and an address, and she sends it over.
All right. Hey.
Mhm.
Did you know I had a secret friend with me the whole time?
You've already shown me your secret friend.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's
Well.
children here.
When?
But now
And she looks at you, and she stares. She sits at her desk for a moment. She looks at you. She puts her hands on her desk quietly, and then just. She made a reference to the skeleton hand that you had come out already.
Oh, no. I was talking about my skeleton. Show your face. Hi.
Roll me an insight check.
What the?
Roll me an insight check.
That's a 3. That's a 3.
Stone cold.
Well, folks, I think it's probably time for us to go find that O'Reilly. Miss Breyer, thank you very much for having us here. I hope you have a pleasant evening. If you ever do need stew, you just come by and see Toe Dig's
Thank
the soup kitchen.
Thank you. You'll know where to find us. Come on down. Speak with I forget his name. Beavis. It's not the name.
Beavis the Butthead?
I forget-
Buford.
Buford.
How could you say such a
shit.
thing?
I forgot Buford's
Buford's
name.
one of your best fences.
That's why I write it down. Yeah.
I can't believe you forgot about
You-
Buford. Nova, can you believe this?
Fuck off.
Buford.
He
Me,
forgot about
me with Buford, he'll let you in.
I would love to. He seemed like a lovely chap.
If you have anything stolen as well, he'll take it off your hands.
Like I steal.
Stole hands.
All right. And she lets you guys out of her office, and you guys head into the main area of hell.
I'm gonna look for Buford.
Okay, you go back up. You push out of the way and get out of the crate, and then Briefier's up at the top, and he's kind of hunched over his little thing.
Buford.
Buford.
Why, yes.
Buford, you're not appreciated enough around these parts. I just thought you should know.
I'm not appreciated around these parts.
No, you're worth more than they're telling you.
How do you...
I,
Well, thank you,
you're
you
welcome.
scrawny little lad.
Do they
Okay,
even
fuck
give you
right.
dental?
And you see it looks over the little smile. It's like 3 teeth in there, 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Yes, dental, more like oral. And then he
Oh. So it's that kind of business.
and he goes back to his little thing. Do you have anything to sell?
No, I never want
Oh.
to see you again, Buford.
All right, we'll see you back again
Oh, I thought we were gonna
soon.
form a nice bond.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
He starts wheezing. trying to
I
breathe.
pull out a card for Dad and was like, I think you could probably check this guys out. Might do you a good turn.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Help.
All right,
Ooh.
you guys piss the hell off. All right,
We're going to Riley.
you guys all
Yes,
head
we're
over to
going
Riley.
Riley.
Okay.
Auto parts.
What time of day is it?
Oh,
It's about noonish now.
I'm dropping your invisibility. I can't keep this up. I only have so many spell slots.
Hey.
You drop your invisibility. Do anything about it?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I'll cover myself up
I
now.
will just put makeup on Blaxton.
Give him a
You know what?
mustache.
I'll help you with
I
that.
have
I'm trained
armor
in
that covers
disguise.
my face.
You know, that's okay, Todig. I really appreciate that, though.
Let her do it.
All right, Bott.
I'm a
jeez.
self-sufficient woman.
She
I
enjoys
just wanna
doing
seem
makeup.
useful.
Wait, what was the last?
You
You
enjoy
You
doing
enjoy
makeup.
doing
Oh,
makeup?
I do enjoy it.
Fine, just like a little bit.
And she's good at it.
Yeah, we saw that dead
Thank you,
body.
Bott.
What are you trying to make him look like?
Um,
You tuck back into the soup kitchen real quick.
I'm gonna make him look like a high elf.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check to see how good you can make his makeup.
Completely different palette.
Completely, yeah.
10?
How about if you
Um,
mix orange and blue?
You know, they did a foundation first.
Okay.
Blaxton, Nova was kind enough to put a white foundation over you to where you look like a mime for a second. And then she starts adding the makeup on top of it, but she just ran out of the browns necessary, so you're a little splotchy. You're all white face, but you just got the splotchy marks all over. Blush is only on one side.
Well, this is my life.
Todig, do you want to help? Maybe just
sure.
a little.
Yeah, give him
Okay.
a mustache.
You're already doing a lot. I have a beard. I have to, like,
Wait, do you have proficiency in the disguise? skill?
Yeah, I do. You see,
Do you
as
really?
an urchin
Roll
of
it.
the streets, for some reason, I know how to disguise.
Do we need to buy another disguise kit in town?
Maybe.
Roll me it's not a hand check first, before we have to search for one.
Oh, dear. Oh, 10.
Great. Great.
At
I
least
take some sweet potato. And...
he's now. You use the rest of you help out and cover where Nova is missing their tones, and he's now successfully colored all high elf color, but the shading is wrong. There's no contouring, and he just kind of looks alien. But don't look at him straight in the eyes; it'll be
I
fine.
think you did a pretty good
Honestly,
job.
Blaxton, if you just wear your helmet over it, I really think it'll be fine.
It's passable.
What was
On
the
a-
point of the makeup if I'm gonna put on the helmet?
Wait, if you take off the helmet.
You sound a little emotional there, and I don't really approve of that. So just take it down a notch.
You don't approve of me showing my emotions?
You have no idea what it looks like, dude. You can't even tell.
Alright.
They tell you it looks great.
I'm just
Hey,
more like,
you
why we
look
do all this? I'm putting
fantastic.
on
Don't disrespect her makeup job.
Hey,
Thank
I'm
while
you.
we're
disrespecting the
here-
plan.
While we're here, do we have any use for these hands? I think I should return them.
Oh, weird. I thought you were gonna keep
That's
them.
very kind of you.
Yes, they belong to that fella.
But the
Well,
fella's
do we
in
have to
ground
dig him
now.
up?
No,
Oh.
the hands can dig a hole
Oh.
and join.
You need to make some fresh stew tomorrow.
Nope,
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not
Nope.
into that.
Why don't you just cremate the hands?
because they belong with the body.
So you're gonna go to the body?
Go
If
to
we
the
No.
body,
cremate the body
Dig a
and
hole.
heads.
put the cremation ashes in there.
Jenna
and-
comes up. I think, guys, come on. I'm pretty sure we're all pretty aware that the necromancer can make the hands go to the body.
Yes, and
Aye.
then
Wow.
disassemble.
That's a pretty cool
Uh,
trick.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do that.
Okay, cool. Boom,
Yeah,
done.
I feel bad without reuniting them.
Do me a favor. I would like you to roll me a stealth check with those things. It's going to be your Arcana for the hands, plus
Yeah.
the whatever spell level.
10.
10. The hands are going to try to make it back and stealth their way into
I did the best I could.
They're getting back there. You gave them the command, hey.
Go back there and then decommission yourself when you make it in.
While this is happening, do I see anyone protesting anything?
You guys did it in a hidden area. Like, you guys did it in the soup kitchen. Now, the question if the hands get there or not,
Irrelevant.
that's a different story. We'll see. No visible other people, no citizens see it.
Yeah,
so,
it's fine.
anyways,
All right.
what's your guys' plan?
Well, we should
Let's
probably-
go find Riley.
Does Bott see anyone protesting anything?
When you guys start heading to the what's it called? You guys head to her residence first, and knock, knock, knock. It's noon. You guys wait a solid minute or so. You guys hear no response, so you assume that Riley is no longer inside, or
Hiding.
someone got her.
I have a tools. I have a thieves kit.
So question. So they were saying like there's a chance that like someone is going after them,
Yes.
Yes.
right? So, is there a chance that someone got them?
Possible.
Should we
I'd say
enter
yes.
the residence?
I got
Is
it.
the door
I
locked?
pull out my thieves.
Yes, it's locked.
Are
Me,
you gonna thieves it?
Roll me a sleight of hand check. See if you get it.
That's a 19 plus.
Nope. Stop you right there.
Okay.
You are able to unlock the door. I'll do a lookout. Jenna kind of goes to the front of the lawn area and starts looking around, just kind of inconspicuous.
I stand
Be
next
more
to Jenna and just
conspicuous.
make myself look.
Doubly
Like,
inconspicuous.
like
yeah,
this.
we're both blended in.
I'm a very wide
You're not
character.
blending
just
I'm over here like.
covering
You
up
get
the
inside.
door.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's a small
I
little.
did it!
You broke in.
I broke it!
Good job.
You guys gotta keep a low profile in the streets.
Shut up.
What Bott said.
Give me a second while you guys
young
yell that. Thank
whippersnapper.
you.
Oh my God.
You go. It's a small little cottage, and you can pop your head in real quick as you. I did it. I got in. As you looking inside. Roll me an investigation check real quick.
I'm going to use my luck. Okay.
Ooh.
1 second.
What's the natural?
17
Solid.
plus. Oh God.
You're there.
Okay. Skills.
You scope it out, and you are satisfied. You do a quick little run around in the small little area. It's a decent studio with it's a one-room studio, one-room apartment. Pop your head in the bedroom.
No one's here.
Not here. Pop the door closed. Look around. No blood. No blood. No blood. No person.
Cool.
Did you check the floorboard?
It's clear.
While you.
Click.
Yeah, if they had broke in, the door still would have been open.
Unless
about-
there's other entryways.
We didn't need to break into her house.
While you are standing out there, you guys roll me. Yeah, you guys actually see a person look out a window of her neighbor looks out the window.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
And what are you doing in there?
Checking
A
to see.
wellness check.
Guards!
No,
Guards!
it's okay. It's a wellness
And
check.
she's yelling for guards. What are you guys doing?
We're leaving. Goodbye.
Well, why
Guards,
we
can you
don't
cause
shop
dumb
for it?
Dumbass.
Obviously, this person knows that there's been problems going on.
Run!
They might be able to help us.
It's a religious thing. We're
Are you guys running or are you
I'm
fucking
running.
staying? All right,
Running.
Israfel
We're running.
runs and bolts it.
We're
Jenna
running.
joins
I run
it.
and hide.
All right.
We're running.
I would like everyone to do me a run real quick and then roll me a stealth check as you guys are trying to run and hide.
Oh, shoot.
I rolled a 14.
17.
15.
21.
21.
stealth
19
check?
for stealth.
16.
Actually, yeah, so you guys run in and you guys find yourself you duck into a very busy market. I would like everyone to roll me a performance check as you try to just blend into the crowd real
Natural
quick.
20.
Perfect.
Natural
rolled a
one.
3.
Ooh.
11.
Bad.
6.
I'm just an inconspicuous
Hey, 16.
turtle.
You guys bump in and you guys split up. As you try to, in your performance checks, those of you who did well, you blend in. Nova, you get into the crowd and just nicely cool in your way. The rest of you guys bump in and start bumping into people, making a small
Sorry.
disturbance.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Shit, whoops, I didn't mean to.
Damn my shiny hide.
Nova, by the way, as you kind of get your way into the marketplace, it's really crowded in this like stalls everywhere. There's like tons of carriages moving with horses blocking streets as you have horse-drawn carriages moving back and forth. Some block you off as you kind of get stuck out there. You're looking across the street and you see a woman standing with two different men who look relatively armed and well dressed.
Good for them.
They look like they're bodyguards, for lack of a better term. And you look at this individual and you guys lock eyes for a moment. She looks, it's like looking in a mirror.
What?
But she has blonde hair and a pale white skin. And you guys have a moment and she looks at you in just complete stutter. She looks a bit older maybe, but as if she looks like you. And then a horse-drawn carriage pulls in front of you. Or pulls in front of the thing, and as the carriage passes by, you lose visual of her in this completely moving crowd.
What?
Eventually, you guys recongregate in the middle of this marketplace as you have successfully think that whatever guard has found his way here is just confused and is looking around. And you think you've made your way into the area of the estate.
Oh
Establishment.
shit.
Well, shit. Well,
We did it.
Should we just call out for who
Riley!
we're looking for? I mean, might as well. I mean, we're not meaning any harm.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
we should be-
Riley!
Hey Nova, are you okay? You look shocked.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We could have just asked around town.
We could have asked the lady who was the neighbor.
We didn't know she had a neighbor. We
You
didn't
never
know.
knocked.
It's a pretty big city. You all right there, Nova? You look a little bit complacent.
Is there a public display going on?
Actually, Bott, roll me a perception check as you're looking around.
I rolled an 18.
18. Funny enough, at the steps of the far distance, you see a big, judicial room, like a giant, official-looking, it's stone building, immaculate, looks pretty, has statues and everything. And you see that there's a small group of people with little signs stomping around the front as they are just marching around a statue. And you hear them calling out.
Oh look. That was easy.
Oh, really?
That was pretty easy there, bud.
Blue walks over and she goes, "What are we protesting?"
All right,
there's a lot of
and the
things
party now moves
Yes.
over, and they start. At the front, you see a woman in her mid-30s, and she is, she looks a little worse for wear for her age, but she is at the front, and she's yelling about something, and you just used to hear her shouting about wages, and you hear her shouting about the corruption, and you come up. Well, we're protesting the cabinet, of course. Don't you hear what they're voting on soon?
What is it?
Well, they're voting on whether or not children have to go into work, and they're bringing the working age down from 8 to 6.
Yes.
This is horrendous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, child labor is bad.
I understand that we need to have a society that moves. She's holding a little sign here. But there's no such thing as allowing children to work. They're dying in the factories.
Oh no.
Somebody think of the children.
I
That's-
immediately grab a sign and I start just going
And
along
you guys
with
start
it.
moving. You guys join the
Yeah.
parade here.
We all totally joined the It's like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm like with them, but mentally I'm not there, and I'm just looking around to see if I can.
Perception check. I'll have you roll one for that. Just look
Who
around.
else has small enough fingers to get the job done, though? That's all I'm asking.
15.
15.
No, that was the other. Wait,
You guys,
19?
I would like everyone to roll me performance
Wait, that
checks.
was a
Yeah,
Oh,
you rolled a 15.
18.
So that's 18.
18's good.
I rolled a 16.
11.
16 Bott, that's really good. Your large demeanor and your with out of townness. You guys don't look like around these parts. You have a walking robot. You have a giant turtle man, a weird looking elf, and a skinny human man and a tiefling. All walk around a circle. Nova's at the end tail, just kind of like looking, seeming lost in the crowd. However, your boisterous attitudes garner some attention, and more people join in. And then Riley takes a step onto a little milk crate and stands on a small podium.
I'm also just like eyeing out, making sure that there's the surrounding people surrounding Riley.
He's got
are
a
chill.
skin condition.
I'm getting vibe checks on everyone surrounding.
Roll me an insight check of the crowd. And you start seeing Riley begin to preach a small testimony about the corruption in the cabinet.
18.
18. Everyone seems to be cheering and applauding along. You have a few people who look like they're in nice clothes who are just disagreeing, like, this is
children.
They look like business owners. They look like people who own or have money, but not political. But
They can have their opinions, but if they interrupt the flow of daily goings on.
yes, of course. But most people are in agreement.
I would like
Okay.
to be within 5 feet of Riley in case anyone tries to snipe her.
Got it.
Get down, Mr. President!
360 no scope.
Bott, you are standing next to, and every time she says something, the crowd cheers. You cheer with.
That's what the shield is for.
Foff.
4 asterisk.
Bot glitch for a moment. She gives her speech. Awesome. And after a period of time, you guys hit the end of a workday, and now the politicians are starting to exit their large building, and the crowd is booing these individuals as these fancy-looking folk exit the building. And she is starting to cheer and jeering at them, and eventually all of them filter out, and the
Yai.
Yeah!
protest eventually diminishes.
I mean boo.
She looks over to you, Bot, and Todig, who were the first ones to really help stir this crowd a mess. And she helps everyone to her cause. She gives out pamphlets, and then she comes to the party, and she looks off you and says, "Thank you. I thank you for the help. There wasn't a lot of us until you guys showed up. Or were you guys here to help? How did you guys find us? Did you guys?
You hired us, not you. The other guy.
Someone
Go
hired
on.
you guys?
No. Try the color who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
We need to
Yeah.
bring attention to the children workers.
Exactly.
We need more of them.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Wait.
Also, I mean,
I have no problem with child labor as long as they are old enough to not die in the factories.
But that was a little sus, I'm not gonna lie.
There's nothing wrong with someone trying to garner money for their family if they need it, but I do not want those who are too young or too fragile to go in. We must take care of those who can work. You, boy, when did you start working for the first time?
Oh, I was 7 on my father's farm.
And the farmers take care of their children, but the factory owners do not.
I was very weak.
You look like a strong lad.
I'm not.
Riley, would you consider yourself a political target?
What? I would consider myself an enemy of the politicians, but not quite a target. What do you mean?
Well,
What are
I
you inferencing?
feel like that you should be aware that someone's probably trying to kill you, and we wish to keep that from happening.
We're here to protect you. It's your lucky day.
Someone's trying to kill me?
That's right.
He's dead, but there's more.
Sheer panic, freeze
Now
of
calm
terror.
calm down. The last thing you want to do is to be like a panicked rat just running away from the cat.
You don't want to
The-
draw more attention to
The
yourself.
second
man.
last thing you want to do is sit there with your arms crossed. The third thing you want to do is touch the table.
What do I do?
Well,
I've
it's
never
simple.
had someone want to kill me before.
But here's what we need to do. If you want to get to the bottom of this and make sure that we really kick some ass on whoever's trying to frick up
You give us
your
money
frumple, what you're
to
going to have
protect
to do
you.
is keep doing what you're doing. And we're going to make sure that whoever comes after you, we give them the what to do.
Yeah.
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 Can I have a persuasion check?
Absolutely.
I would like this persuasion at
Woo!
advantage.
Nice. Oh, with
With-
advantage?
Yes.
That is a bad
Woo, so either a
road.
16 or okay, so a 16 plus.
If you see us following you
19.
around, you gotta pretend we ain't there. Act natural.
Okay, I can. How's this?
That's pretty
Look
good.
more
Just-
vulnerable.
Have you ever taken acting classes?
No?
I can tell.
Oh.
Okay, one
Oh.
big thing about acting is yes and.
Who the
So
hell
if
are
you
you?
hear someone come,
No, continue. I
yeah,
think I remember.
imagine yes and. That's important.
You are a great public speaker. You had
I'm
to
just-
learn that somewhere.
I'm just angry.
Same.
And you know what? That's you gotta use that anger,
Okay.
because if nobody does, nothing's gonna change. And
If
we're
you
just
don't
gonna
use
keep
that
on-
anger, you die. Riley,
Well,
You're still gonna
you
die.
die.
Riley, before you
Motivate.
start freaking out,
Okay.
look at all of these people who have been listening to you and been inspired by you.
It's because of you and what you're doing that there's gonna be some dang changes that go on around here. You remember? Have you ever heard of Count Eric?
I have heard of this.
Yeah, that
individual.
guy was a bastard. And until somebody got pissed off and kicked his ass down the
That guy.
street.
This guy.
Were you the one?
He was.
Well, yeah, he tried to throw me in the starving joint. Well, he did throw us in the
Yeah,
starving.
he did.
Anyway,
And
that's
that's
here
a
and
different
there.
story.
Wait, you were the turtle that turned over his entire estate?
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
fucked that shit up.
We did.
Anyway,
Drop
He
that
was
shit like
good.
it was
Wait,
hot.
no, you don't get a glass
Shut the
of
fuck
wine.
up! Shut the fuck up!
Varlic?
Shut the fuck up! Roll me an insight check.
Drop that shit like it was hot.
Inside check on 15.
She seems like she is more stable and secure that you were the one who turned over Count Ver Eric.
But
Wait,
yeah,
not Varlic.
No, Ver Eric.
Okay.
they're Eric.
Count
It's
Eric.
They're
It's like 2 first names, right?
Yes.
No relation to Varlic.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, Benedict!
Yeah, you mean Varlic, yes. She
I-
was the hobgoblin located in the north.
I thought like
No.
yes, Silva.
I thought Barlick just got busy after they left.
just started throwing people into blood sports. Complete 180 on that character.
Where do you see it? No, it's a different. But yeah, no.
No, Ver Eric.
Ver Eric.
He was the fat. He was the fat old elf that was just taking, truly abusing his people.
Okay.
A real dickweed.
I have heard. I did not know that was you. I feel more confident knowing that you are here.
Oh, well, shucks.
I helped, but like, whatever.
Big
I take
time.
Riley's hand to calm her. Don't worry. We are going to work together to stop these people.
Do you want me to stay with you or?
You stay with the bot.
Well, I'd say you should keep on doing what you're doing. And Bott and I will be right next to you, just feeling, being part of the thing. Bott and I, it seems like, Bott, you know how to protect people. It seems pretty good. And I'm also pretty good with a shield. So if something does happen, we should be able to protect you while the rest of us end up chasing down whoever tries to give you the old snapple.
We will pretend to be your protesters.
Pretend.
Okay.
Yeah, pretend.
Okay.
Also, we did break into your house earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. My bad.
We
My
were
bad.
worried
What?
you were dead.
Your neighbor's probably gonna like tell you oh, some people broke in.
It
That
was a
our-
wellness check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't take anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no one stole nothing.
Good to know.
We were making sure you weren't dead.
That.
What about
Thank you
you?
for checking on me and finding me here and keeping me protected. Should I just go home or
Yeah, you should probably do your normal stuff.
should I
And
defend?
what?
Should I defend myself or?
No, just act like you pretend that your life is not in constant mortal danger and go about your business as if the sword of Damascus is not hanging just perilously above you.
How do you know that someone wants to kill me?
Because
We
we
have a
found a
note.
dead body already. Oh,
We have a note
And
and
a
a
dead
dead
body.
body.
There was an assassin coming right for you.
Who is Damascus?
He's a peasant. Nope, he's a rich king. One or the other, I forget.
I had no idea, but it sounded good.
And why did he lose his sword?
No, it doesn't matter.
I'll go home then.
We're gonna set up a soup kitchen just outside your place.
That's right.
Okay.
you want some soup and bread?
It's good stuff.
The
I use
biscuits are
fresh
really good.
dime.
I'm gonna go home and I'm not gonna be suspicious. I'm gonna act like no one's protecting me.
That's
Yep.
good.
And I promise I won't constantly look for you guys.
Now here's a question: does any of us have a way that Riley here could contact us or alert us to any sort of attack that's going on?
What if we do like a call? You could be like,
We're just gonna be outside of the door.
You never know.
Oh.
Assassins, what if they
Do we
have
want like some outside, some inside?
invisibility availability?
Possibly like so that way we can cover both ways because assassins can be crafty. They could get in without even opening a door.
what if
You know,
I
they
just...
could get in by any means necessary and like could approach you even without us thinking about it. They could
She
be right
looks
behind you right now.
Sick to her stomach.
You know what?
Do you know
Maybe
any
we-
spells, Riley?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I-
you're
I
like a
don't-
normal
You have any
person?
knives?
I am a vanilla human. Well,
Vanilla is
You know
such a
what?
good flavor.
It is.
It's
It-
not
it goes-
basic.
It goes well on like other flavors as well too. It like complements
Vanilla's
everything. It's
vanilla
perfect.
is a solid complementary flavor, but does not stand well alone. Like I'm not going to stand well alone, and I need someone to make sure that I don't die.
We'll have people inside the house as well as outside. Couple.
Okay.
Oh, it makes
I have
sense.
message, but that only works if I start it.
I have one bell on me. I can give you my bell, and you can ring a ding ding whenever you feel like you might die.
That's pretty good. Also, we could have someone just stay with you, and like on the way back, we'll just talk about your political ideologies and everything. Just so that way, it seems natural that somebody would be joining you.
Okay.
Okay.
And then everyone else just be ready and wait at the soup kitchen.
So you don't want my bell? I just offered.
No,
for
no,
it.
bell's
Okay.
good. We're still gonna want the bell.
I'll take the bell.
She tosses you the bell.
She drops it.
God damn it, Riley! I had one.
Sorry, I'm nervous, and she picks it back up. I didn't know.
You
Oh.
can't just drop
Motherfucker
a
can't pick up a
person's
fucking
bell.
bell. Sorry.
Hold on to
sorry,
it. Hold
sorry.
on to
I
it.
got
hold on to
angry
it. All
again.
right, let's go back to my home.
All right, let's do that.
So tell us, and the whole way back, I'm just like, yes, you're the proletariat.
Does that make you a dead ringer?
Oh,
Ringer, I
Bott.
barely know her.
Oh,
Fucking bell gets eaten.
Blaxton.
Bob, roll me an insight check.
What have we done?
I rolled a 1.
Oh!
She seems like that joke was funny to her, and she's taking it well. She's not taking it well.
Self high five.
Crush it.
She goes inside to her house, and she lets you into her little apartment, and all of you can fit in there, but it's pretty tight and it's pretty minimal. She doesn't have a lot of stuff here. Mostly pamphlets and signs and picket fences and boards and all that. So who's gonna stay with me for the night?
Do you have a kitchen?
I do. It's right there, and she gestures towards like the small little half kitchen.
Yeah, great. Just go right on over there and just grab whatever ingredients there is and just start cooking.
We need to set up the soup kitchen outside, though.
You're absolutely right. Now go back outside.
I can stay in sentry mode here.
God damn it,
I'll
Bot.
We can have some.
Having two in there is not a bad idea.
How do you want to split the?
Well, we'll be right near each other within like
this
20
is this is a plan option. Yeah, you guys are making a plan. So you go back and you get the soup kitchen.
Got it all set up just like an
For lack of a better
normal.
term, you always take that soup kitchen with you. Everywhere you go, you always have that soup
It's
kitchen.
just right on me. It's like
Actually, can I go to the roof of this place?
Sure.
I'm gonna take an aerial view on the roof so that way I,
I
can
hope the
get a
neighbor
wide
sees
view
you.
Sure.
of anyone.
Take an aerial view.
The neighbor sees you chilling upside.
And you set up your little...
Oh yes.
Bott and Blue can hang out inside with Riley.
No, but do you want to hang out here with me at the soup?
I'm hungry. I want the soup.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll send some soup in with you.
No, I want the soup.
Oh,
Oh,
Jenna.
hey,
Oh,
Jenna.
yes.
I want
no,
the soup.
Yeah, come get some soup.
Okay.
I'm with you. I hope I don't leave my bag behind. Oops, I left my bag behind.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. So you start setting up soup.
No,
I
no,
got
but
soup.
I couldn't help but notice. But you seem to be when we were over in that square and everything. Something seemed to come over your mind. Is everything all right? You seem a bit elsewhere.
Yeah, I think it's just I'm not feeling really well today.
Was it the gross hands in the soup bowl?
That was probably it.
Oh.
I think it. Yep.
Didn't like that either.
Did you roll an insight check on me? Without my permission?
Yeah.
I roll an insight check.
No, you can roll the inside. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2. So I was like,
Yeah, it's,
it's probably
you guys can roll
You can
insight.
roll one on like the
You guys can
section.
pretty much always roll an insight check without my permission, and if it's like a natural 1, you can just ignore it. You know, like
Insight check.
if you guys ever like want to roll a perception check for fun, I found it saves time.
Yeah.
This is a small D&D tangent I've got on. Taliesin from Critical Role did that, and for the longest time it got on my nerves, but it makes sense. You're just sitting there fucking off minding your own business, and you're like, you know what? My character's curious about this one thing. Natural 2
Never mind.
makes 3 total. Never mind.
Yeah.
What's that over there? You know, like makes tangent done.
Allison's amazing.
I love Taliesin. I think it's a great feature
Yeah, he's
to a game.
fucking awesome.
Well, no, but I just want you to know that if there is something that you want to talk about, and that goes for all of you, I'm all ears. I only have so many years on this planet left, and there's wisdom I could partake, I'd be happy to
Do you mind if I just lay down for a moment?
Not at all, please.
Okay. I'm gonna sleep on like a rug.
There's a futon.
Great. I just am laying on it like.
Yep, you mummy on the futon.
Yep.
Oh, that looks comfortable. Jenna goes into another chair, just like nice little soft chair, and just she's asleep now as you're making your soup.
Aw, Jen,
I
really
whistle
hope you
turtle
have a good
tunes.
Hmm?
I whistle turtle tunes.
Nice.
Turtle tunes.
you whistle turtle tunes.
Teenage
All right.
Mutant Ninja
eh,
Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Mr. Phil, where did you go?
Oh, I'm in the tent, but I left my bag behind.
Okay, nice.
You said that with intention.
I did.
He does this a lot.
Hey, man, that's what's inside the bag.
Oh, there's
What's
skeletons.
in the bag?
There's skeletons in the
Oh.
tent.
It's Bob, the bag of bones.
No, when I time out, I just remembered now something.
Yes?
Now, where
Lycan throw.
sorry, and you have. Oh, well, actually, we already.
No,
You're aware that he has dead people.
But
And I sign my soul to a constellation in the sky. I think we all have our traumas.
wow,
Not traumatic.
Jenna's
I mean,
sleeping in the
I
background.
still have 5 years of my life that are owed to some Feywild woman.
wow.
Hey, Brock, roll me an intelligence check to see if that even processed.
Wait, who?
I want you to roll me an
Yeah.
intelligence check just to see, like,
9 minus, I think.
Oh
No, wait, no, maybe not a minus. I don't know. Let's see. Just a straight up 9.
Wow.
Varlic doesn't fully understand what
Who?
that means.
Who is
Sorry.
Varlic?
We talked about Varlic. Toading doesn't quite understand what that means.
suddenly?
He's back!
Surprise!
Oh God!
I was in the
He's
show
gonna
the
sell
whole
us all
in the
away.
soup the whole time.
I'll never get
Yeah,
over
man.
the lozenge bit. That was so fucking good. That was so fucking good. That's all.
Okay. You guys all post up for the evening as you all have soup. Do you guys offer soup to Riley?
Absolutely not. Nah, just kidding. No, we're giving you soup. Yeah.
Okay.
Tonight's special is mushroom cream with a little bit of rabbit.
You make the soup, and who delivers it?
I'll deliver.
Okay, you go and deliver, and Bott, you're in there too.
I practice some bagpipe and write some songs before going to bed.
Oh.
Roll me
In a
performance
city, in an apartment,
check.
Where
Yeah,
we're
roll me
supposed to be
performance check.
staking out.
I rolled a 9.
buddy.
Ooh, you know what? 9 plus their performance is pretty good though. It's passable.
It's an apartment complex.
I understand that, but
it's
it's not.
nighttime.
It's not. It's like 7 p.m. It's
Some of us
evening.
have early jobs.
It's evening. Okay. But it's not bad. It's
So
okay.
now tell the
You're
landlord.
little squeaky when Varlic comes in with the soup.
Who?
Fuck me. Toading comes in with the soup.
Oh,
Is that the? It smells
I'm
wonderful.
getting better all the time.
that's great. That sounded pretty good,
Getting
bud.
better.
What was the name of that last tune you just played?
Is there? What is this? What type of soup is this?
Oh, well, this is mushroom cream with a little bit of rabbit mix.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
She takes a sip and just don't enjoy it.
I'm calling it rice in my dice.
Oh, rice in my dice.
And she begins to sip up on her thing as Todek, if you stay in time, she asks you a little bit more details about the Count Eric and how that whole ordeal happened. You have successfully doubled her HP with this soup.
Right.
Her
I
soup,
forgot your soup
That's
is
right.
good.
My soup really.
your
makes things great.
feat of chef has successfully at more than doubled her HP
Whoa.
at +7. So she is now a little bit more durable if something were to come.
She's gonna die.
And you guys go back and post up for the evening. Bott, you actually go into a little closet. Actually, it's a wardrobe, to be entirely honest. And you get inside and close behind. You can see out the slit of it. And as Sentry Mode's standing, you can see as you're leaning back, you can see any movement that happens indoors. Where are you posted? Blue, where are you going inside?
Why
Blue's
am I
gonna
having
just
deja
stand
vu
by
from that
Riley.
first
She'll
assassin
sit right
way
next
back
to
when?
Riley, staring at her.
I was also in the closet then.
Yep.
Man, this is just the same plan.
Same
Good plan.
Sorry, what was that?
Blue's just right next to Riley the entire time, just
Roll me a
staring at her.
stealth check. Trying to hide.
Wait. It's a 1. You're a halfling. Lucky.
You also have expertise, I believe. So you should have at least an 11 on a stealth check as a rogue
Yeah.
at level 8.
Yeah.
There's a plus 10 on top of your proficiency for a 1.
Oh yeah, both that plus.
'Cause you should be
Can I give
decent.
bardic inspiration with my song?
Sure. Who do you want to have the bardic inspiration?
Oh, I have a plus 11 on stealth. Sorry.
Oh.
So this is
Blue.
12 technically.
12 plus a bardic inspiration. Bot, roll me the roll. See how much they give him.
Is that D6?
I believe it's a D6. Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
So it's a 14,
Nice.
and you're stealthing in there.
That's not bad for rolling a 1.
Right?
Not a terrible one for sure. So you find a safe. You find a place to hide. It's not very big. That's why you're a small person, but you're having you hide yourself in a pile of clothes,
Yes.
and you're in the corner.
I'm the laundry man.
So you're hidden enough, right? So as the night, you're in the soup kitchen. House. Roof. Got it. Roof. Sorry, you're on top of the roof. All right, the night's going to pass as you keep guard for a certain period of time. How long are you going to stay on that? How long are you guys going to stay awake before you start to gain exhaustion?
being raided
by?
Raid.
Hey, that's
We
free range
got
miniatures.
raided.
Oh, it's free range miniatures.
Miniatures.
Oh, hello.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Oh.
You're raiding.
We're doing a
Hello to
stakeout.
our raiders.
Doing a stakeout.
So
Let's do.
if you stay up all night doing guard, you will get exhaustion at the end once the sun basically hits the next morning.
Oof.
Do it, coward.
Are you going to take it, or are you going to fall asleep on the rooftop?
Fuck it, I'll take it.
Okay. You'll have exhaustion in the morning for sticking out all night.
That's fine.
Bot, you're not going to have exhaustion. And Blue, you are staying kind of drowsy but resting of the whole night. You can kind of shake yourself out of it every little bit, and every sound is on edge to keep
I have
you
been
awake.
after these assassins, like, since we've started this game. I will take down these assassins for the love of all that is holy.
I would like you to roll me a perception check, please, as you were on the rooftop, scouting out, looking for any sign of movement, anything at all. Played as is.
This is why he
That's
needs more.
outside the studio, baby. It rolled.
Oh,
Wait, I'll look.
shit.
I'll look.
It's
I'll look.
All right, Jim,
It's
can you see
seeable.
it?
Can you see
And
it?
play it as
Wow.
Ladies and
Hold on.
gentlemen.
No.
We have to play it as
is.
is.
Play it where it lies.
Oh
The
my
law
God.
dictates.
He has so many D20.
I know, but this is the roll.
This is the one.
This
that
is the roll.
No, he has a dice tray.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Natural 18.
Wait, and that was perception too, so that's 19.
Perception, 19.
Yo. Yes,
Nice
Brianna.
catch. Nice
yes.
catch. All right, at 19. Roll me actually now roll me a stealth check. Forgot to add that to you. You're the only one that didn't roll stealth. But you're inside a closet. Your stealth check is successful.
That's a 25.
You are
Shit.
stealthy.
White shadow in the dark.
Yeah.
All right,
Like
actually.
tears in the
You
rain.
start seeing, in the distance, it looks like you have some movement. On the roof, like on the rooftop, everything's kind of like pissed off, minding your own business, and you're just kind of scanning, looking around, looking for anything. You see movement for a second, and then a bird flips up, like starts flying up, and like, all right, just a bird. What else is out there? Looking. After a couple hours, deep into the night, the moonlight shines brightly this evening, and you see something that doesn't look like a bird. And you're looking closer as you watch something go from one rooftop to the next.
All right, let's go. I'm locking on to what's peeking on the rooftop.
And they're going and bouncing back and forth. And they get to about, roll me a second perception check, as now it's dark. So it's hard for you to see. You don't have night vision, werewolf boy.
Werewolf boy.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Shit.
baby.
Someone check his that.
And gets dark, buddy. It gets real dark.
How dark is it?
How dark is
So
it?
you see the person. Oop! Ignore that sound. You see the person going, and you see them just bouncing from rooftop to rooftop, and you see the jump, and you're getting prepped and ready. When they get within a range, what do? You have a chance to kind of prepare yourself. You're stealthily hidden and tucked away on this rooftop. What are you going to do when they get within 30 feet, when they get melee range?
There's
How
one
close?
right answer.
One right answer.
Yeah.
The moon's full.
All right. So.
That's not anything.
Not
at all.
Not anything. I think I'm gonna cast levitate on myself right now, giving myself that like ability to just kind of like zoom over to as close as possible to them, as well as like I think I also have like a grappling hook on me. I'll prep that.
A grappling hook. This is not a dying light. You do not just get over here. You are not Roadhog.
Well, no, it'd be quite the opposite because he's weightless.
He would be zooming
Yes.
to him.
So you're trying to cast levitate on yourself. Throw that and then move quickly.
Actually,
give me your
actually no.
Spider-Man?
Never mind. I'm gonna change it. I'm going to get crimson right on my dagger.
Okay.
Getting crimson right on that. I'm gonna make it electric just for flavor, and I intend to throw it at them so that way I can get my brand on them, so I'll know where they are.
Got it. The second they get within like thrown range, which I believe for a dagger is 60 feet.
Something like that.
60 feet at disadvantage, 30 feet at regular, and up to 60 at disadvantage.
Yeah. So like if I do, I'll always know the direction of as long as I can hit them.
Okay. You see them get closer and closer and closer, and now they're getting a couple hundred feet out there, up half a block away, and you lose visual.
Oh. And you're gone.
They weren't close enough for me to throw it.
They were like 300 feet out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast levitate. I'm just like go to where I last remember.
Okay, so you cast levitate and start heading over towards that direction. I'm gonna have you roll perception check. Now you can look for them, or I believe you can hear for them, Werewolf Boy.
I can. That gives me advantage.
Now the roll for hearing is harder than the roll for seeing.
Oh fuck you.
Seeing's a disadvantage because you can look for certain things, different effects, movement of bushes. But hearing, you have to hear. There's a little bit of wind tonight.
It's also a city.
You hear the
Someone
sound.
could be playing the bagpipes in this area.
What's it gonna be, champ? What are you gonna do?
I'll use hearing.
Cool.
with the advantage.
It's roll advantage. It's a hard check.
Perception.
Perception check.
It's the
with
one.
Hearing.
Come on. Yeah, that turned out right.
12.
You get over to where, like, you hop to the next building over, and you're now perching. It's a little taller, so you kind of climb up and start looking, and you're now perched on the second building right next to it, and you are listening. And with the sound of twigs branching, the twigs breaking, and the sound of wind rustling as trees are nearby, you can't catch a sound of it. But what you hear is the sound of a latch of a window unlatching.
Shit. Does the laundryman know?
And you hear the sound of a swift breeze coming into the room where you're at. You perk up a bit. Your eyes turn back on. You're close enough to where you now hear the sound of a latch opening.
Well, I'm gonna head towards that latch opening.
But funny enough, you hear the door open as well. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight's episode.
We've been duped.
We do have a raid in here, but it's going to be a while for this fight to take place. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave off with tonight's episode, and we're going to start off in a spicy, spicy fight with two invisible assassins.
Oh no, that's the worst way for them to be.
And that is the worst way for an assassin to be, for sure. And that is where we're going to leave off with tonight's episode.
Oh my God.
End a little
Blind
early, but I
fighting.
don't want to fight to go into like 2
Yeah.
hours later.
Yeah.
I don't want to be done by midnight.
That's fair.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You were outstanding, and we are going to see you guys next week. Thank you again for our 2 new people joining our fight. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of spooky zest. And get ready for some combat next week.
Hell
We got some
yeah.
cool buildings.
Put these old bones to use.
All right, guys. Love you all very much. We'll see you next week.
I love you.